good stuff. That's on a personal note. Right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are checking out Armatus. Is that pronounced right? Armatus? I think so. We're going to be checking out Armatus. It's the early access demo, so not the full game. It's around 30 minutes long, depending on how quick we whip through it. But it's being praised online. And to me, from the footage that I saw this morning, just firing it up to see what the game is all about prior to coming to stream, it looks pretty generic, looks pretty basic. So maybe we have mixed opinions on this, but always an honest and critical focus on our reviews. So I'm going to be firing it up, checking it out right now. So I want to thank all the guys over on Twitch and YouTube for joining me. Your time is greatly appreciated and valuable. We're going to be doing Occupy Mars, which we're going to be doing after this one. So if you're waiting for that, just bear with 30 minutes ish. We'll sum it up, probably like 35 minutes done, right? So okay, so Armatus is a third-person roguelite shooter set in a demon-infested ruins of Paris. Okay, that's an interesting setting. I don't think I've played maybe one or two games set in the Paris sort of theme, but this is quite unique, I think, in that respect. As the last supernatural warrior of an ancient order, armed with powerful firearms and incredible celestial powers. Now, that obviously could mean anything from a mystic fart to a gauntlet, so we don't know yet. Scour the city and in search of lost gateway to heaven. So apparently we're looking for heaven, which is an okay one. I guess it's better than playing a demonic game, right? So it's by Counterplay Games and published by Fictions. Demo available right now if you guys want to go test it for yourself. Don't take my opinions at face value. Just take my opinions at face value and go test it for yourself. Single player only, Steam achievements, controller support, very basic, unknown if it works on the Linux or not. I would imagine it does at this point. It looks very nice. It's a very pretty game. It seems to have a lot going for it. It's 32 gig RAM, which is always a warning sign. If a game has 32 gig RAM, it's probably optimized to F. And unoptimized to F and has a lot of glitches and issues on release. Be warned, I've warned you. 32 gig is a warning sign nowadays, not a boast. So it's AMD Ryzen 9 5900X, which is what we are running. So we can actually test that to the max, and it says NVIDIA 3080. I think I've got a 4060, so we should be fine on that regard as well. 12 gig on the graphics card and 32 gig in the system, which again, I don't want to give this game all of my RAM. This doesn't make any sense why you would build a game and your top spec would be 32 gig. That annoys me. I don't like games that do that. It's normally built in Unreal 5 and it normally looks like shit, runs like arse, and just is awful drain on the consumer and the customer, because we have to foot the bill for your lack of being able to optimize your own games. But this is already a warning sign for me, but we're going to jump in and see what it's all about. So thank you for bearing with the long ass intro. Let's just jump in. Okay, Armatus, let's see what you're all about. I want to thank the devs for working with us and sending us out notification of your game release. I greatly appreciate that, because I would have just overlooked it. It's not a game that has a ring to it. It's not a name that sort of resonates with me in any way as a gamer to think, let's go play that. So the fact they shouted this out and let us know the game exists was awesome, and we're going to be checking it out right now.
Our sacred institution, the Armatus, has protected this mortal plane.
Do you want the game louder, or is that alright? I think that's right.
But here, at the end of the world,
okay,
we must fight for ourselves.
It's set to ultra settings, by the way, guys.
And to prove worthy of an audience with God.
Nice character designs. Fairly decent.
A warrior.
Nice voiceover actress.
Clad in the armor of our people.
He looks pretty sick. I'm not going to lie. He looks pretty awesome. What a beast. That's like a Destiny 2 skin.
With these tools, we will forge a path through a Paris long decayed, and we will reach the sunless gate. And there, in his glory, our King will welcome us home.
I like this. I like this whole setting. It's very biblical. It's very undertone religious. And I think there's a lot already that this game could play around with. We've got freaking dragons? No, we've got rib cages. We've got bats with massive rib cages.
To death. Then again and again. Through dreams
He looks like a real evil teacher I had at school.
Undying sphere. And the celestial
Didn't take no
shores.
shits from nobody. He looks sweet.
Today,
He ain't spoke, which is really good. Nirali, unless she's the narrator. I think she is the narrator. Can we have it louder? Really? I think that's loud enough.
Samina, on comms.
It's about a quarter. Let me go up just a tad.
So I'll remind you of the basics as we go, but go we must.
Is that better?
Finally, to the gate.
Like when I start popping shots, it should be about halfway, and that's how it looks to me. Right, okay, so jumping into controller works really well. You can just jump in and out of the keyboard and mouse just by moving the mouse. The actual icons change in the bottom, so it's just literally on the fly. I love games that can do that. It's cool. Oh, it's okay now, yeah? Okay, good. Hopefully everyone else is having the same experience. If you want the game louder again, just shout me out again, and I'll try my best. This thing creases. I don't like this top. It's one size bigger than me, but it feels like I'm wearing a dress. Right, okay, so left button, grenade launcher by the look of it. We have melee attack on, it says R. Oh, so it's just a melee in case they get too close. Let's run back and try that again. Yeah, okay, just goes in the direction you're pointing the crosshair at. Fair dues. And then we've got B to dash, very short distance dash. We dash back. Okay, so dash already feels off for me just on first impressions. If you hold back and press dash, it should like jump backwards. Instead, he just turns round. That's kind of naff. If I want to be shooting forward and dash back. Oh, it does actually work. Hang on. Okay, it does work if you're shooting. So only if you're shooting does it dash back as you would expect. Which makes sense. That actually does make sense. Okay, cool. And then we've got the grenade launcher on left button. All rechargeable, and none of them seems to be depleting. Now we've got 3 icons up in the top right, which makes me lead to believe that this could be on like a roguelike system-esque. It's not really a Souls-like, which I was told it was. It's actually going to be more of a roguelike. Skill tree and upgrades, I would imagine. Why is this one glowing? Melee damage or... Yeah, this is roguelike techniques right here. So you're getting your choice of what you want to do. I'm probably going to go with the energy gain, I would say. Because I don't really like the melee attack. Especially being on like right stick. Who does that? That needs to be put on a button and have a combo to it. You know, I feel like this game already looks like something like Devil May Cry. So why we're just having the one hit and that's it, that feels really jank. It doesn't feel finished. And there's no combo to it. Like you can't click more than once. You can only click once and then it has to recharge. So it is a just get out of jail free card almost. Whoa, that was quick. Okay, I like the fact there's no loading on this game. Straight away we're having just like instant action. There we go. Okay, left trigger, right trigger. Yeah, that's really weak. The scythe, being as big and awesome as it looks, is really weak. Maybe that can be upgraded. I did leave a 10% damage behind, so that could be on me. Thumb fingers up, that's it. That was really short and sweet. There was about 6 enemies. They took about 2 seconds to kill. Meh. Starting us off nice and slow. There's no loot boxes. There's already no treasure. What was the point in that? Where's the loot? You know, simple action of kicking something just to open up a chest, get yourself some new, like, I don't know, even these materials up in the top right. That could be a cool way to unlock some stuff, but they've skipped that idea. Let's see what they have got. It's a wide area. Like, these are big little, well, big little. These are big arenas for not having much in them. Okay, we've got jelly fat guys, swamp things. Get some. Okay, the grenade's not very powerful either. So they start us off quite weak. And they explode on contact. Sector complete. That was but 3 enemies. I'm completing sectors and there's 3 enemies. This is empty, this game so far. No tutorial. Basic story to get us going, which was okay, by the way. Which makes a change. You know, modern game coming out with a story that doesn't make you grit your teeth and want to smash your face into your keyboard. But damn, this is an empty game. There is nothing going on here. Like, no loot. That's the bothering me. There's no breakables. There's no loot. There's no chests. There's no double jump. If you're going to copy what we've already got, which this is, by the way, this is a third-person Guyz-like shooter, but it's not cover-based, so I'd say it's more along the lines of like Remnant 1 and 2. But they're giving you none of the good stuff. They're giving you none of the breakables. They're giving you none of the item pickups. You can't switch weapons out on the fly. There's no, like, coolness to this game, unfortunately. At the minute, just on instant first minute of gameplay, I am finding this game very empty, very lackluster, and just very generic. But it looks good. Like, visually, you know, the graphics, I think they've done what they can with the engine they're using. That was cool. And again, just another generic roguelike choice. So we've got Stone You? What? Cosmic Time. Slow down time around you. That sounds awesome. I'm going to go with that. Why would you not make your life easier? So that's gone to the right button. So you only have a choice of 2. So maybe a replay of like, what, 4 times? A handful of times? And then the game's going to be very repetitive. Let's hope there's some really good systems involved. So we've got weapon glyph and we've got celestial glyph. Each one gives us a different reward by the look of it. So empowering my weapon with alt fires or empowering my celestial abilities with passives. In my experience, I think probably the fact that we've shot everything we've come across, probably want a weapon upgrade at this point. The loading time is amazing. The game looks great. Sound effects are on point. Yeah, my weapons are well underpowered. Let's go with slow time. Get some. Okay, we can whop them in the air. Can we jump on what? Okay, we have a jump on what, but again, because it's on the right trigger, my fingers have to travel from A to the right trigger. It's quite fast, so by the time you've hit your peak, you're then dropping, because jump is very quick and very short. So by the time I get to my peak jump, I press that, I'm on the floor again, right? I'm barely even noticing an air slash. So again, if it had double jump, and then we had the air slash, hopefully that comes in later, that's going to be a big bonus for me. It just feels... There's certain things when you pick a game like this up, especially with a controller, that you expect, and this game is not giving and delivering what I expect. Again, once you beat those 3 enemies, there is nothing here. It's just barren. Bro, and not even your character has like a boredom animation or anything. Here we go. So slowing time does actually recharge really slow, so you're only going to get 1 use out of that per sort of, I guess what's called per ball. They're kind of negotiating the fact they don't have a double jump or an air slash with I can look up and slash. I can slash the air.
Quintessence. The remnants of a soul.
I've come this far, and I might have missed one, don't get me wrong, but I've come this far and I'm only just now picking up one of the resources we need for upgrades. Which I assume goes towards our guns, because that was the path we picked. Again, just no breakables, it's weird. They're avoiding the hack and slash genre, or trying to so much, but using the hack and slash model, the way it looks, the way it should feel, the way, you know, they've got the model, but they're just avoiding the combo play of Devil May Cry for some reason. They've just gone with like, even if you're this close, you should just be shooting them. That feels off. It does feel off. Big PB, I'm trying. Here we go. Oh, there goes our weapon. That was nice. Again, animations are on point. Sound effects on point. Game looks banging. I think from a distance, you know, if you were just on a Steam page, it would sell itself to you. And again, you have to be very wary of games like that. And at the moment, at 32 gig RAM as its maximum buy-in, it's running really well. Like, I'm not even going to lie, this game's getting 60 frames all day long. Assassination, so that's a 3% chance. So I'm just going to go with damage, which also gives me, so if I'm below 30 health, I get more damage. I think that's going to be beneficial if we ever get like pushed to the limit. We're now blooded. Again, cool terminology. The interface in this game's done really well. You know, the entire interface. If I go to settings and go to video and scroll down, epic to high right across the board, but with motion blur off, and that came as standard. No TAA, but we've got TSR. So, you know, make from that what you will. It's running very nice right now, and like I say, I have no complaints about the game itself on the base. On the base, it's just doing what it does very well. But what it does is just very empty. It's missing stuff. It needs to be filled in. The release will tell the full story. Back up off me. It does push them back. It doesn't stun them, but it does push them back. So hopefully there's a stun added to that. Maybe an unlock as we go. I just blew that guy's noggin off. Give some. Demons eliminated. And again, it's back to that like calm. I could understand it if you were throwing waves and waves of enemies at me, but you're throwing me like 3 to 5 guys. It's very easy. This demo is like made for children right now. I've not even used the dash. The dash makes no sense to me unless you're invulnerable during dash. Okay, it looks like they're stuck on the wall there. Slow time because they can't move anyway. Yeah, okay. So there is an opportunity to cheese it, which I don't disagree with. I think all games should have some cheesy moments.
But this time it's different. Now we know there's an end.
This is cool, but I feel they're making it happen too quick. I don't know if it's just because it's a demo, and it's a short demo. It's like 30 minutes long. But you're getting this too quick. There should be a bunch more things to fight, way more resources to gather. Again, loot chests, things to break, you know, in the environment. Have like full trees come down. That would be cool. You know, if I accidentally shoot, you know, a tree, chunks of it fly across the screen. You want explosions and madness added into that, because it's too easy to get to this point, and I'm just getting upgrades that are starting to mean nothing already because there's nothing to actually use them on. Like 3 to 5 bad guys, are you mad? That's mental. Gonna take the melee upgrade. I seem to be using that a lot more now. Okay, gain a large amount of quintessence or replenish your vitality. Okay, so we're running off 1 health bar then. But my health is at 100% and my armor's... I took 1 hit apparently. So I'm going to go with quintessence. My favourite bit is the loading times. Here we go, we've got some bigger boys. Still only 5 enemies though. Again, could be down to the poorly optimised base of the game. Oh dude, I didn't see you there. Right, blown away by the sound effects, blown away by the way that it works with the actual game. I think they've got that on point. What they have got, they've done very well, but what they are missing, I would say, needs to be definitely added in before this game releases. Otherwise, they're just going to be sort of releasing an empty game that's not worth more than $20. They could actually stretch to $30 had they had all the pre-mentioned requisites that I've said in the game. Like, I would easily back this at 30 quid. If it has a lot more in the environment. The enemies are fine, you know, they're generically okay. They're kind of different enough to stand out, but nothing I haven't seen before. That explosion took way too much damage all of a sudden. Let's get over here a minute. I'm using dodge more just to get around the enemy's attacks because they seem to spam a lot of like aerial damage, AoE. So I'm trying to like just avoid that by spamming my dodge move around objects. This is pointless. Like, I do like the way they're kind of trying to set a scene, tell a story as we go, but I feel like what they're trying to build in the background there is just becoming annoying. As I'm playing, I can't take in what she's saying. It's kind of pointless. You're better off sort of saving it for either loading screens, which they don't have, which is good, and or just get rid of it like incompletely. It doesn't matter. We had a start cutscene. You could have a middle and an end cutscene, and that's all this game needs. I don't think you need very much to push a game. You saw that with what was that game that just came out? The one that everybody's banging on about on Steam. Let me have a look real quick. That proves that you don't need a story. But, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Open Steam, go to store. I'm sure it's on the store front. Crimson Desert. So Crimson Desert is the game I'm thinking of that has no story or little to none. And yeah, I'll beat you to it. Little to no story, and it's doing very well. I mean, story-based games are overrated. Unless you're really good at telling narratives, don't bother. I think this game needs a start movie, a middle movie, and an end movie. That's it. Look at the visuals. The way they're blurring the edges, changing the cameras. I think they've got it up here. They just need to implement a little bit more of it. I want to see more, and that's the problem. By no means is it a bad game. And we now have health injectors. Awesome. 70 out of 100. Now this looks very different. Okay, this is interesting. So we've got a tactical disadvantage. Enemy weak point cannot be exploited. Or we can go through and gain powerful passive. What is that to say? I think this could be a boss already. So we don't have... Ah, here we go. I want to see what this has to offer. So it seems like we have blessings, which are, I guess, perks that go to your weapons. So you could have different perks for each weapon. We've got minor blessings. We've got blessings for our weapon. Blessings for a scythe. And then there's a celestial gift that we haven't... A celestial... I can't speak. Celestial glyph that we haven't unlocked yet. You can see where our stats have been increased, which is cool. I like this. Again, the menu's done very well. Whoever designed the menu, you're awesome. Show the map key. So this gives us a idea of which path we took. That looks like you can probably take another path and mix the two. That's cool. 15 minutes of gameplay so far. That's nice. That shows that. Inventory is this, basically. There is no inventory. It's okay. I mean, it just shows you what you're carrying. But overall, I don't know what the items at the top right are for, because I guess in the demo they're not going to explain or show us how to upgrade. So we might even have like an upgrade tree later on. That's what they're hinting towards, but in a roguelike sense. So you're going to constantly be doing this over and over again to upgrade, to beat the next boss or the next challenge. Which isn't anything new again, but it is, you know, something at least to consider when you're purchasing the game. Okay, these guys are very tough all of a sudden. It did say the weak points can't be exploited, so that might give us some more of a challenge. Get some. There's a guy just throwing up over there. Okay, back and forth in the environment actually works really well. I don't think the AI is great. You can trick the enemy. Again, cheesing it to me is not a bad thing. Some may dislike that. Started off thick and heavy and now it's chill. Oh. Banes are powerful effects that twist, so tactical disadvantage. So that's what that was, but it doesn't explain why we had to deal with it. Okay, we go to this one. So I guess that's a chest. Like these guys that are like decrepit. It seems like they sometimes offer you a little offering, a little piece of bonus, but it's boring. Like they definitely would rather open in a chest with a load of glitters and glams coming out of it rather than these tree people just offering me a random shiz. And of course these like balls here as well. Like what is this? Ooh. Okay, now we know what they do. So these balls are essentially red barrels from any other game you play. I like the way it shows you the radius of what the damage is going to be. That's a cool little technique. Again, I think the crew, the devs, they've got their heads screwed on. I think they've got something here. They just don't want to release it too early. And I think they should definitely put the extra work in and it would pay off. He's a likeable character too, let's be fair. Likeable character. Doesn't speak too much. There we go. Slow motion is never not cool. Get some. Okay, so my scythe actually gave me damage there because I thought you could hit everyone in the air, but there are some you can't hit because they're too high. So it's not like an auto target system. It seems like if I hide behind an object, the bats especially get very confused. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. What I will say is the scythe, if you're going to hit enemies in the air, you need to hit all enemies in the air at all times. You can't just have them be too high now and again, because it just confuses the player as to what range you have. And also the fact that most of the enemies are quite dopey if you just hide behind an object. I think they should come and find you. If they can't target you, maybe circle around. That's very easy to program that AI, I would imagine. And the final and last point is that although the game is very cool, looks very good, we have a very quiet protagonist, and overall the look and feel of the game is pretty swish. I feel like it's going to get old real quick, and that's what they need to sort of circumnavigate. Because for me, I wouldn't pay more than $20 for this game personally, and I don't think a lot of gamers would. There is plenty of other choice out there. Again, something like Remnant, just the first one, is about $6 on sale. Remnant 2 is going to set you back about $12, and that comes with all the DLC. So why you're buying a new version that is a lesser game with lesser content, I don't know. But for a change, yeah, and if you've never played one of these games, this is definitely beginner friendly. It's very much holding my hand. I feel unthreatened by everything on the screen. Like, as a demo, it's just a taster, just a flavor. So I'm looking forward to the full release. Hopefully the devs send us a copy so we can actually go test that out. But if they don't, we'll buy it anyway and we'll check it out. But overall, I think they've done a really good job with the visuals, the sound effects, the gameplay. And that's one thing I will say, is the gameplay flows. And in a game like this, you want it to flow. The combat feels good. It was weird there's no cover-based shooting. But then I guess with the enemies being as random as they are, I guess cover-based shooting wouldn't work. I'm thinking of Alien Firestorm, I think it's called, something along them lines. There's a great cover-based shooting there where the aliens sometimes will come up to it and then jump over at you. That's a cool way to get you away from cover to make you feel more vulnerable. This game, I don't think, has the AI legs for that one. In a game, what am I thinking of? So in a game market at the moment, it feels like crabs in a barrel. It feels like everybody is just clawing, trying to get a piece of the pie. And there is 60 more games that came before you and are available at half the price of you. And I feel like as a game developer, it must be very scary nowadays to release something even of this pedigree, with the lack of time and constraints that, you know, some game developers are sort of restrained by CEOs and top dogs. And I think if a game comes from a smaller studio, they have a little bit more leeway with that. And the trick to that one is to not get greedy. Don't come after the money before you've got your game sorted. So bring out a fully flushed out, unbroken, non-mess, which this demo is not. This demo has one glitch, and that's where a few guys got stuck on a corner. But the actual game itself hasn't crashed. We've had no issues. It's pretty solid. And I think if they just bring more content to the game when it releases, and I don't just mean more boring skill trees and systems to unlock as we go. That's important, but it's not actually fun. So the fun bit is the gameplay. And at the moment, next to third person shooting, I'm very much doing little, right? So I've got like a melee attack to keep enemies away. I've got a slow down time, which is cool, but once you've done it 10 times, is it going to be cool anymore? So I don't think they've got enough here to warrant a higher than $20 price tag. And I would be offended if it was more than $20. So we will keep an eye on that. And again, on release, we'll jump in and see if we've got any more to shout about. But at the moment, it's almost there. It feels like an almost cool game. It's definitely visually astounding. I think it's a great looking game. I've seen better, of course, but for what it is, I think it's doing enough. And I like the game. It's enjoyable, and it's just a solid piece of awesomeness. But it could be so much more, and it could be so great, and it could have so much going for it. And again, it depends if the devs want to put in the work and whether people want to back it with their cash. Let me know what you think in the description, in the description. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll hash it out, because I'm on the fence. I'm like, yeah, it's a good game, but, and there's a massive but. So we'll see how it turns out. I don't like buts. I'm just thinking, if you can animate this and you can get this to sound and look as good as it does, just on a like a, you know, choose and upgrade, then you have talent as a development company. So I'm just thinking, what are they capable of? This is what I want to see. I want to see this game come out and just absolutely bang and destroy all, ready for a sequel, right? It earns enough money to make a sequel, and then they can really show some hoofs. But at the minute, it just feels like they're maybe trying to release something a little bit unfinished, a little bit too early. The demo definitely is representing an early build, so I'm not too worried, but I am also cautious about, is this really what they're trying to market us at this point? Divine bolts. Okay, let's go with that. I've got divine bolts. So what this means is when we shoot, we now have divine bolts come out of my ass. Ass bolts. Got him. Let's go. Weapon glyph or augment. Well, that's armor, so I'm going to go with augment because I feel a little bit underpowered right now. Now this is version 0.7, so it's not even on its 1.0 version, and usually they'll release on early access prior to the 1.0. So I'm saying to the devs, hold it back to the 1.0, give it 6 months, let it burn, get the game really, really banging, and then release the 1.0. Do you know what I mean? Release that as your early access, and then 2.0 can be your big feature update. But for now, I think it's just a little bit empty. It feels a little bit unfinished. And again, it's just a demo, so I'm not overly bothered. But little touches like this, when you go close to this, it sort of starts to burn in. And then you can sort of see it like, yes. You see what I'm saying? Like there's little touches to detail that are really cool. What is this? Don't know if I want to be in this circle. I'm not even liking that. What is that? Do we shoot it? Oh, hello. We started something. Oh, there's a boss, mini boss. Oh, he's not tough enough. Yeah, I've really got to watch out. Okay, this was cool. This was a cool set piece right here. Yeah, spiders have got to go. They keep throwing venom at me. Or acid, I guess it's called. Look at the move in the air, bros. That's a long-legged Mac Daddy right there. Don't have any health vials right now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this guy to follow me round. He has the ability to hit me from distance, but I'm going to shoot this as he comes round. That's my plan. Bring it. Come on, don't get shook. Don't get scared. Okay, we might have tricked him by just standing behind a truck. No, there we go. See ya. That was fun. Again, you know, the AI is dumb enough to be interesting. Whoa, I wasn't expecting wave 2, boys, and I've got 11 health. I did not play sensible. Could be the end game for us right now. Oh, we cannot stand still for 2 seconds. Again, using the truck as my only defense right now. Oh, how did we survive this? Going for the left button. One more, come on. Charge! Got him. That was the first bit of drama we've had. Oh no, it hasn't finished yet. Wave 3. Again, standing still is not an option. I'm more bothered about those spiders, look. Where the other one's at? Okay, I've got one more exploding barrel as such. Not going to waste it on that guy, I'm going to go for this one. No, he's not having it.
Souls that heaven left behind. They've spread like a virus, replacing our world with their own.
Dudes, we did all that and we ended up with like 1,000, if that, little blue balls that we don't even know what they do. I mean, that's just not enough gains. That was 3 waves of mentalness. My heart was pounding. It actually got me going, which is good news. But we gained very little. Okay, we've got the dream catcher. Gain 500 quintessence whenever you enter a void. Well, that's a good start. Or we can choose an augment. Increase the current quintessence by 50%. Why would I do that when I can take 500 bonus? Bonus! Gain 5 quintessence. Is that quintessence? That's how you pronounce it, I think. Every time we enter a void. Okay, I need my health back, so anything that's going to allow us to do that. So more armor, weapons, or abilities and passives. Again, I guess armor. Power your existing armor. I feel like maybe this demo got hard really at the end just to make sure that you don't go through it in one go. Because it wasn't this tough a minute ago and it's really ramped itself up. Yeah, look, we've got little spider blokies now. They're putting my initial impression to bed because I don't trust that this game is actually empty and slow now. This game actually is coming into itself with the amount of enemy types they're actually allowing us to see and fight against. Probably means they have twice as many in the full game. Which means it's not going to be rinse and repeat the same enemies over and over again. Okay, one down. I love the animations and I'm thankful that they didn't throw them spider blokies all over the walls in this because that would have absolutely destroyed me. We still got the 11 hit points. We didn't take a single hit. And although they looked very messy, they were quite easy to deal with, those guys. Really impressive. And I think they've done that on purpose as well, you know. Okay, here we go. Second section. We've done this stage already. Oh, jacked in the back by a bat. That was a whole big mama. That was a big mama. And that's our first oof at 34 minutes deep. So the demo is definitely longer. I mean, I'm no slouch. We stopped to have a little chat here and now. So I would say you can get an easy couple of hours out of this demo if you want to replay it. Do we keep our stuff? Is there is it permanent progression? How is it going to handle this? Rather than bullshit flashbacks like that, we could give us some information. It could be telling us what the full game has to offer. That would be good place to start. Add it into the end of your demo in text. Down the Frag Rock. Right. Rather than me singing, let's go. We're now loading up the rerun. Hopefully I can get through to the boss this time. That's a cool way to come back. Come on now. The game does so much right. Again, nothing we haven't seen. It's just doing it very well. Such a cool suit of armor. Look at that. Do you know what? If you could change parts of it. So like, you see how my arm is black? If you could like augment parts on your body or create parts, that would be a really nice touch. It's not 3D, so I'm thinking you can't actually spin him around or anything. So a path awaits and we have to embark. We've got resurrection, we've got the armory. Ooh, we've got new things. Yes, now we're talking. Let's have a little look in here. So that looks like an automatic shotgun. We've got an MP5 in disguise. We've got a long-range rifle in. That could even be a sniper. I think that's a long-range rifle, but it could be a sniper. And we've got an actual shotgun. So where did we feel? I liked the machine gun. You know, it was doing well. I did like the machine gun. Well, I think this is what we were actually using, which is the full auto. You've got your SMG, your precision, which again, like I say, long range or a snipe. And you've got your shotgun. Now it seems like we've got parts we can fit or versions of the gun. Okay, we've got versions. So you go from basic tier into god tier. That's sick. That is really good. Again, it'd be nice to have a 3D model we can spin around and look closely at, but it doesn't seem to be the case. But yeah, 3 different upgrades. How many guns there? You've got 3, 6, 12. 12 guns, 3 upgrades on each. That is a lot of weaponry right there. Unfortunately, it won't let me take a look at the red ones, but you know, it is what it is. It's just a demo. We've got to keep some spoiler free. Let's go to resurrection and embark again. The armory, we'll visit the armory to select the firearms before. So I could have took any of those in, but I like the gun we started with, so I'm going to stick with it. You guys are free to download the demo yourself and try it out, you know. So SMG, assault rifle, precision. So actually once is forcing me almost to take another weapon. I'm going to go with the tier 2 SMG, but then this one, concussion blast. Concussion blast, blast enemies with a wave of concussion, force them to dealing damage and knocking them back. Yeah, because the grenade launcher weren't great. Ricochet, okay. So yeah, ricochet bullets could be cool. Or firestorm, deal damage to enemies in front of you with a stream of fire. But you have to take minus 20% on a recoil. And from a distance, the SMG isn't great anyway, so I think that's a downgrade. So I'm going to go with the ammo capacity and take the ricochet, which is probably the most boring, but it's the most useful. I'm getting quite excited for this game. Like, I'm not going to lie, it's going on my wish list. It is definitely going on my wish list. If they are going to do like monthly seasons, you know, not season pass, but if they're going to like bring out a new weapon and a new skin per month, or maybe give you like a new arm, you know, like I say, if you can pull your arm off, put a new arm on, what's in the bag? That's it. I mean, there's a lot in the bag going so far. Let's see what we've got now. We've got the ricochet bullets, of course. I'd like to be able to switch side as well. Where I aim and he goes straight behind me, I'd like him to be able to go to the opposite side of the screen, because it doesn't make any difference. I'm aiming at the target. I'm not bothered where he is. So maybe a left-handed player would prefer that as well. Put a smiley face on him. Okay, so what we got going on here? So we've got a blessing and we've got a maximum shield. So I'm probably going to go with max shield. Whoosh. That's just a flare. Okay, we definitely started with the assault rifle because this SMG is rapid. Runs out quicker. Oh my god, we are shredding. That ricochet is off the charts. God damn. And still, I took no damage with the assault rifle, and it looks like the SMG is going to turn out the same. Finish with a slash. Yeah, it's putting a smile on my face. It's fun. Now my blue points have gone. Whatever those balls of power were, they've disappeared. So I don't remember using them. So I'm assuming there's going to be a skill tree that you're supposed to use them on, but that then stays permanent because it's just rerunning the same set now. So I've restarted the game as such, or you know, from start where I started on the demo. And it's just going to be rerunning those sections until I get further and further each time. So it definitely is a roguelike third-person shooter, but with some really good graphics under the hood, nice gameplay. Yeah. It's definitely got more going for it than it hasn't, if you know what I mean. It's just missing some bells and whistles. I do like the fact that the side pushes back. What? Not today. That thing shreds. I love the SMG. And I'll show you the ricochet. Here we go. Now if there was 3 or 4 people, it would bounce from each one and give them the same explosive damage. It's basically a grenade launcher on steroids. Hell yeah. I got my balls. There's a very big emphasis on balls in this game. The exploding barrels look like nuts. Okay, apparently we can throw our sickle. Gotta try this shit. Okay, it won't let me do it until we're in game. A weapon glyph. Let's go with this one. An SMG already shreds. Imagine with upgrades, right? There we go. We've got spawning enemies. Bring it, baby. Like a boomerang. Oh shit, and they stun. What? Yeah, that's some next level. I've got something to save, I'm going to save it, hang on. We'll get out of here alive. Lanky piece of, get some. There's a couple left. Again, no rewards really, is there? Didn't get any balls from them, no mystical powers, nothing. What I wanted to say was, this is like, I died and now I'm coming back, right? So we're coming back at the bare bones, but I feel like I've done upgrades because I now have a scythe that works like a boomerang and stuns, like I mentioned in the first run, and it stuns for a long time. So my SMG can then shred them. If I had the ricochet bombs with the stun, and the SMG. I don't think there's an enemy that can withstand those 3 in a row, and I sometimes have all those charged at once. So I feel more powerful this run than I did last run, which is interesting because I didn't even need the upgrades. So yeah, I mean, you might just get lucky. It's like Ultra Bonk or Mega Bonk. Yeah, Mega Bonk. Mega Bonk does the same thing. Sometimes you can drop and have an awful game, and then sometimes you can drop and have an amazing game. This is going to be very much the same. You don't know what you're going to get until you get it, and that gives a little bit of mystery and also replayability. Let's go. Ricochet. Bosh. Pretty much hammers most basic enemies. Taking down the ones that have range. Just because I can. It doesn't only slow him down and stun him, it does double damage when it comes back. If it hits him twice, it does actually do damage twice. Mental. I don't know what they can give me that's going to make me any more beefy. I mean, more armor, more health. Okay, what we got here? So we can do even more ricochet. 50% damage for each enemy already hit by the ricochet. It does twice as much damage coming back. Intensify, but again, that has random ability to it. So I'm not happy with random abilities. I want guaranteed. Ricochet hits 2 more enemies. I mean, it's a toss-up because my gun can do 25% more damage, but I think the ricochet is so powerful that to make it more would be insane. Celestial Glyph and Augment. So empower your... Yeah, I'm going to go with armor all day long, every time. It's boring, but you know, you need it. There we go. So I'm just going to spray and pray until I build up my bar. And ricochet. Didn't even get to 6, there's so many enemies. Come on, bro, you ain't got barely any health. Oh, I'm stuck on a barrel. What? Thought it. Some nonsense poison going on now. Wow, okay, the ricochet has to hit an enemy on the initial fire, otherwise it doesn't work. I thought you could just bounce it off the floor, that's why I didn't notice it earlier. It has to hit an enemy. I thought you could ricochet the room and then just still hit the enemy, which would make more sense. But yeah, it has to make contact. Which does degrade it a bit. I'm kind of going off it now because you have to hit the enemy. Do you know what's annoying? I've just run for the exit and I kind of looked to the side there to see if there was anything I was missing. I know that there's nothing to pick up. So I just, it's like, oh, I wish there was something there, but there's nothing, right? So that's a little bit, it makes me feel a little bit sad that there's no breakables, there's no chests or anything like this. Maybe just health pickups, you know, replenish health by letting me pick it up from the environment. I don't know what they were thinking. Alright, back up off me. Need shiny things, that's it. I'm not happy until I've got my shiny things. Sprinkles and sparkles, right? Okay, cool. Reload on X, of course. Boomerang time. The stun is real with a boomerang. That is so sick. You see how they're just waiting for me to hide behind this wall? They're not actually coming at me. Oh yeah, oh yeah. He thinks he's got some. I got some. That's it, game over. I mean, if I was playtesting it, which I am of course, but if I was playtesting it for the company, I would say that these initial fights need like the same generic low powered enemies, but twice as many, like literally twice as many. I don't think it's bad to give the player a challenge at the beginning. And then later on, when they increase that difficulty level, as you saw, I think they should maybe put the same enemies in with the bigger guys. But then it just makes it a little bit more like a mishmash. Because the bigger guys do so much freaking damage. And there's so many of them. I'll just have like a couple, maybe 2, 3 big guys, and then all generic low-level bad guys. Like henchmen. Because there's so much more you can shoot and do in per stage. It feels like they're empty because we're completing them so quick. It's like you go in, you shoot 3 dudes and you're out. It's like, come on man, give me 30 dudes and then I'll be out. And then just give me twice as many resources for doing it, you know? You can level up quicker and it makes these scenes come less regular and then they're worth more. So you can use your points to maybe, you know, buy this shit instead of just get given it. It's weird. Damage 50% whilst on full health. 50% health restored by a health. I thought I did that anyway. Increase your quin. I don't know what that is. I'm going to say yeah. So the quintessence hasn't really been explained what it does. It's given me 50% more. I'm assuming it's our special moves, but I'm not going to hold myself to that. So large amount of quintessence, empower the armor, or go for the weapon. I'm going to go for the weapon this time. Do you want some, son? That's it. I mean, like, you know, you want to feel a little bit tested. There you go, I hit him, look. That is ridiculous. There was what? 7 enemies on this stage, and now there's just 2 left. Boomerang. Look at him, he can't even move. Black. End your life. And then dead. It's just fucking dead. There's nothing here. You should give me another 7. It's annoying. You know what's going to become annoying? The fact that you get, say, 30 stages in, you've got hella shit coming at you. You've beat a boss maybe. You've got all this stuff. And then you die and you're like, oh man, I've got to go through all them boring ass rooms again. 3 dudes, 5 dudes, 7 dudes, 10 dudes. It's like, just give me a good challenge at the beginning and allow me to level up quicker. And then when I get to them bosses, I can maybe handle myself a bit better. Even if you have to increase some of the health bars and do some balancing. I mean, like, do some fucking work. Like, 3 to 5 dudes on an area this big is insane. You could give me double the enemies and give me double the rewards, and I'll be more than happy to soak that up. Round 2. I saw you coming at me. Let's go. Gonna waste off my spray and pray. Oh, bloody hell, that came in quick. Hey. I think melee should just be a given. I don't think that should be a special move. Melee feels weird being that... Yeah, I missed my ricochet there. Melee feels weird being a special move. It should just be natural to whop them back, right? At least have half the cooldown on that shit. When you're big enough. I love the way they disappear as well. It feels like it's been animated by the devs. I don't feel that's like just a generic, this is how bad guys explode. Pretty nice. Feels like Blade. You know, like when you watch Blade and they burst into little embers and stuff. It feels like that. Am I missing anything? I've really got to look around this area because I cannot believe that they programmed this with nothing in it. This is mad. What a waste of an environment. I just don't think there is. Dusty people. There's dusty people and crusty cars. That's it. No loot. Nothing to break. Yeah. Disappointment. Not on a large scale, but enough. Okay, so this one does 50% more damage on the firearm, which we avoided last time. I've got ricochet again. Enemies hit by the ricochet dealt an additional 50% over 3 seconds. So they do damage over time after being touched by the ricochet grenade. And you've got rebounds. Ricochet deals 50% more damage to each enemy already hit by the shot. Isn't that the same? Well, that one does it over 3 seconds. I don't know what the difference in that is. I'm going to have to make this ricochet absolutely beastly. Just because I can. Now the rebound does 50% more damage to each person it touched. Still got 92% health out of 100. Not actually used the health vial yet, I don't believe, have I? Oh, I've used one, okay. I think slowing time is a better move than the boomerang overall. Look how many enemies there are. Look how much damage I can do once I get my ricochet up. Dude, that was a perfect dodge there. I have a word. Why have I got purple shit coming at me? What's that all about? My ricochet just literally cleared the scene. Fucking OP. That's all I've done is put power into the ricochet, and not even that much, like 3 upgrades. Now I don't have to worry at all. Dash recharge. Okay, dash recharge with blessings. Now I'm going to go with the 10% purify duration, right? No, because that's health. I'm going with health. What does that mean? My dash recharges health? I'm not really sure what that was saying. I'm going to try again. No, it's not recharging health. Not that I can see. And maybe in a battle it will. Alright, here we go. Get rid of these birds. Yeah, just pumping random shots. Boomerang. Come on, let's got to hit someone. Oh, I got 1, 2. Okay, my next upgrade is to get the ricochet to recharge quicker because I wasn't able to use it that entire match, and I had to kill like 8 things to have a ricochet. So that does make it a little bit fairer because once you use it, you better hit it, otherwise it just doesn't get used. And if you do hit it, it destroys the entire screen. So it has that risk and reward to it. I think the ricochet is great. Oh, hang on, what's this? 10% celestial damage, but that's a question mark. Shatter damage, explosive damage off the scythe. Do that. Now let's test that one out. Again, 88% health right now. Still got health vial as well. But we could recharge those. Divine bolts. Ah, we like the divine bolts, didn't we? You're going with that. Show you my bolts. Large amount of so existing, upgrading existing glyph. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, so I'm going to go right up the top for this one, because then anything that's flying will be surely at my waist height. Ready? Here we go. Sweet. I do the flip move on me. It was a nice time to react on that one. Did you see it? Come on, bros. Ricochet.
But that won't stop you.
The fudge was that? Maximum health. I'm not scared right now. Down for round 3. Ricochet didn't allow it, boys. There's one enemy left. What does he think he's going to do? Wow, okay, we're down for level 4. This is what I'm talking about. Bring on the meat. They're up, I'm going down. Okay, I think I've got the dream team combo. So the fact I can freeze them, then that's guaranteed ricochet hit. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm using the boomerang to produce a frozen enemy, and then I'm hitting it with the ricochet, which is guaranteed to hit. I can't miss a still object, hopefully. That sucks.
God, you healed up.
That has to be it. I hate to say it, but even in its current state, with the lackluster amount of breakables and pickups and the way that the game is being designed, feeling a little bit empty, I think it still is a bit of me. I think this game is pretty awesome. I don't think anybody's going to dislike it. I think, yeah, I can pick it, you know, nitpick it here and there, but I don't think I'm going to really knock its sales. I think it's a good game. And I wouldn't not recommend it to you guys. Definitely go put it in the wish list. You know, follow it so you can see when the release comes. But I think they probably got their head screwed on. If they just hold this demo as their only evidence of what they've got, and then they're on the back end working for the next 6 months, this game will bang when it comes out. Absolutely bang. It's so optimized that I've not seen a 32 gig recommended, which might even be a mistake. Because I feel like this could run on 16 gig and AM4 hardware. I don't think this needs more than a 3060. Okay, we've got the rebound and we've got the extra ricochet. I mean, that's just mental. That's just ridiculous. An extra ricochet. And there seems to be a stage 3. That's going to bounce off even more enemies. I don't think we need that because we only really seeing like 7 to 10 tops so far. So I'm already hitting quite a few enemies. I think I'm hitting like 5, 6. So ricochet does 75% more damage. I think the damage is more useful right now for the ricochet. But again, a glyph is essentially a upgrade. So any upgrade you get, the glyphs are where you're going to get your maximum boostage on those upgrades you've already set in. And you can just keep going. Like I can keep doing glyphs, I can go for armor, I can go for quintessence. All of which are handy, you know. I think I'm going to, because quintessence, until the game releases, I don't see the point in it. I think it's them blue things up there, right? That's what the symbol looks like. So I think that that's not actually useful to us. So I'm going to go for armor. We have very little health right now. Another note to the devs, we need somewhere to pick up health vials. I feel like the lack of health vials being offered is really making me feel like I've only got 76 health points right now to get through this entire section. So it feels a little bit cheap. I think there should be something that I can break and maybe find, you know, on a random drop, some health vials. Whee! Okay, we've got fireball throwers. Okay, these guys are like Wolverine. What are they coming like? You see it? You see how I used it? Absolutely ridiculous. Clears the screen. If people are thinking that's OP, don't tell them. Don't fix that. That is so much fun to use. So I can basically stun them and then oof them with the ricochet and I don't lose any health. But you do have to build them up, so I think it's fair in that regard. It takes a long time to build up. Look how slow they come around objects, it's weird. Ooh. Okay, again, look. Stun, ricochet, maximum damage.
These demons are full of quintessence. All the souls they stole from their human prey that they feasted on.
Down for melee damage boost. So quintessence, she just said, is souls. Just call them souls. What are you talking? Quintessence. It just confuses the player when they first jump in your game. Unless quintessence is like the juice that comes from souls. 50% energy gain, 25% firearm damage. Okay, that sounds good. 50% more restored. Any excess health goes to your shield. That's not a bad shout. Thing is, I don't pick enough health up for it to be warranted. Do you know what I mean? Could be useful. I could take the risk. 25% damage. I mean, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to take the risk on that I might pick up a health vial somewhere. You never know. Again, there should just be like a shop here where I can spend some quintessence and buy health vials. I mean, just again, like a little dude over here, a little hobbit fellow just selling me shiz. We've got upgrade to... Okay, so that's consumables. Vitality. Let's do that. Replenish my vitality. They obviously know I need health at this point, so they're probably going to be a little bit dirty. Can't get enough points off of them.
You are quite the sculptor.
Maximum shield. I didn't want shield, I wanted health. Mother fudges. This one better give me health, that's what I'm saying. We are nearly done. If I hadn't hit that, we would be bang in trouble.
Points along the path, winding towards the gate.
Where's the health? This was a vitality path. Oh, hello, what's this? Okay, we've got maximum heal and we got a health vial from that. I think it should just give me all three. You can carry free, give me free. Don't be stingy. Greater Demon. Okay, this looks like we finally made it to the boss. This is the boss of the demo. A friend told me there's one boss and then a finish. So it took me 2 runs and I feel like we're really equipped to beat the boss. My ricochet is going to do absolutely nothing to a boss, which is why it's balanced. If I throw it at a boss, it's only going to hit him the once or twice at the very most for 75% damage. So we'll see how we get on. If he's got a load of minions, it definitely will help out. Got to charge that beast though. Okay, that's a tablet with an eyeball. Whoa. And a face. Get some, get some, get some, get some. That's a cool enemy. Can't do really any damage at the front. Whoa, no damage taken still. The dodge move is real. It's the easiest boss in the history of bosses. Just dodge to the left or right.
Aim for the head, warrior. Whatever it peeks out.
Yeah, the ricochet, as he predicted, just done the one hit. Something red's just come up there. What is this? Can't seem to break it. Oh, okay. Chiefing. Let's give me other things to worry about. Okay, you just done a full health bar damage.
Stay with me, warrior.
Oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to be attacking. We've got these balls just like here. I didn't know what I was supposed to be attacking. There's fucking balls there that don't seem to do anything. And then when you kill them, they just spawn another one. It's like, what the hell are they? Am I supposed to just concentrate on him, do you reckon? Like, what are the point in those? But at that point, I'm going to have to leave it. I haven't finished the demo, but I'm damn sure going to. And I think I'm going to do it on Linux because I want to see if this game is fully compatible with Linux. And on that note, I'm going to pour myself an unvictory drink. That's mental. It's a tasty beverage. Right, so we haven't unlocked anything new. We're not seeing anything we haven't seen, have we? SMGs. No, we haven't unlocked anything new. But the god tier of all the guns is just going to look awesome. That one not so much. This gun sucks. I can already tell I wouldn't use it. Okay, so resurrect. We're not bothered about these, are we? It does look like in the future you're going to be able to put stuff into this to upgrade it. And then there's 2 unlocks once you've upgraded it fully, I reckon. So that's probably how I would say that's going to work. Resurrect. So grenade launcher, obviously going for... See, now Ricochet was great. I think that got us there easy. I think Ricochet would still be my choice. But I'm going to have to go with the assault rifle instead of the SMG, which does shred, but the assault rifle is more powerful once you do a few upgrades. Right, we need to switch to game 2. I've spent way too much time on this demo than I expected, which is good news. Good news. Right, let's go save and return to title. Again, the system and the user interface is solid with this one. Right. I don't know why you're giving me that. Go away. Right, what do we think of Armatus? It's a generic third-person shooter, but it does what it does well. I think it's one of those that I'm going to play. It's definitely up my street. I like it, so therefore I'm going to tell you guys to go wishlist it, you know, follow them, join their Discord, all of that good stuff. Keep an eye on the game, because I think with a very small amount of extra work, this game could be something special. It doesn't really need anything more on the base. I would take out some of the voice cues. I would definitely cut that down to like just some generalization of cutscenes. Maybe make some really good cutscenes for like when you beat a boss. I don't know if the devs have planned that. Of course, this is just early demo access. So I would say that overall, from what I've played, it's an enjoyable experience. I think the visuals are on point, the sound effects are on point, and the way that the game's sitting right now, it's going to easily be a 4 out of 5 for me if it comes out around $20 to $30. Now, that being said, I can't recommend the game other than the demo because I haven't played the full game. So until release, I will reserve judgment. But overall, I think the upgrade system's really thick and fast. I think there's a lot going for it. It does feel empty, especially at early game. I think early game should be like really packed in and a lot more plentiful, because early game can get boring if you've got to keep doing it. I'm now going through for my 3rd attempt, and I don't want to do 3, 4, 5 enemies at a time. It's boring. So I'd rather just have a lot more enemies and a lot more loot and then get to the boss quicker, you know? The game doesn't have to be long. Like, you don't have to make your game 40 hours long. Player error. People are going to mess up. People are going to have to retry because they fell asleep in bed or they muffed up an attack. So I feel like the game itself is just going to have replay value for days. So I don't think they need to like pad the game. I think you should just really slim it down, you know, streamline it, make it thick and fast, and then bring the hype. More sprinkles and sparkles, more amazing, you know, ways to unlock loot. Come up with the most craziest way to get a gun skin or an upgrade or, you know, the glyphs, for instance, you know, give them a little bit more pizzazz, and make it longer between getting to the upgrade screen, because just grabbing a ball and things are cool, but the idea that you're doing it 5-6 times before you get to a boss, it's a little bit tiresome. I think they should just have 3 times before you get to the boss, but because you've earned so many loots by doing so much grinding, that you should then be able to upgrade your stuff a lot further per visit. And I think that would then streamline the game a little bit and make it a little bit more comfortable to play. I think it's like little bite-sized chunks of what you're expecting prior to expecting it, or prior to receiving it, and then when you do receive it, it's like, man, there wasn't really much to receive. Do you know what I mean? It's just the same over and over again. So they definitely need to zhuzh it up a bit. I think it needs a lot more hype, and I could definitely hype this game. Do you know what I mean? I could definitely have fun with this one, and I think you'll have fun. But after a couple of hours, I think you'll be feeling fatigued like I am right now. I don't want to beat the boss. You know, at this point, I've seen enough of the game to not bother. But when the game comes out, obviously it will be a playthrough, hopefully, and we'll really push it. But I want the game to implement long-lasting upgrades. I think if I upgrade my character, I don't want him to ever degrade. You know, if he has X amount of health, can carry like 20 health vials, then that's what he should do. Do you know what I mean? That's the point in a roguelike, is that you start as a bum and you end up as a king. And if they don't implement that, where they're going to keep punishing you for dying, taking away your stuff, losing all of your upgrade crystals. And again, we didn't see what they actually upgrade, so I'm assuming it is a skill tree, but we'll see, because they're giving me pretty decent skills anyway in a roguelike way, so it kind of is really sort of mega bonk to me. I don't know if anyone else is getting that vibe, but let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and we will rate the release of the game, play the release of the game, and be there as it releases, because I think this is one that's interesting and worth keeping an eye on. That being said, I can't recommend it, but I would just suggest go try and demo for yourself, make your own decisions, and all of that good stuff. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for joining me. I know your time is valuable, and thank you for spending it with me. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye. Right, Armatus is done. Oh, nearly run out of air doing that outro. There we go. So the next one is Mars. Now this one's quite calm, and I only intend to run through the tutorial anyway, because I hear bad things, and it should be funny, because if we see bad things, at least we'll be able to meme on it. Do you know what I mean? I don't intend to do that, but it could end up that way. Let's go. Okay, cool. Let's just get you guys a picture and some sounds. This one will be a lot quieter, so we'll keep the levels where they are. Right, I've been warned from another YouTuber that I know to keep an eye out for glitches, bugs, and problems. This is not a fully released solid game. I think the demo we just played is probably more solid than this is going to be. But it might surprise us. He might have a bum system, you know. He might not know what he's talking about, of course, so we will see. Judge it at face value with its own merits is the key. So I want to thank you guys for coming in. If you do want to shout me out, feel free. I can see a few of you guys watching in the background now. So definitely, if you're interested in space games, let me know your thoughts and feelings on this one. I believe it's a new release. I'm going to obviously jump into Steam and do the whole intro business, but I'm pretty sure it's a new one. Let's take a look. Pause the video. There we go. It's on 1.0 release. I expect it to be decent then. It's got mixed reviews, so might not be decent. You guys haven't got a picture yet, bear with. Because it says not responding. I don't know why it's crashing my OBS. There we go. That's a weird way to start your game already. Let's go for maxed out graphics. Fantastic. There you go. Show interactables. Move type. Instant. What? As opposed to what? I guess like floaty controls. Yeah, first person shooter head bob. Okay, the AI. So that's going to be voiceovers, is it? Sound effects. Music. The music's quite low. Nice. Some games go over the top. Okay, so that's... Look, can we get back? Okay, you can't go back. I'm just going to make a... What we got? Male and female? Jesus, these... Okay, I can't go through it. I've got to speak about this. Fuck me. What have I just jumped into? Right, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Today we've got a quick, thick and fast one. We are just going to try and occupy Mars. It's a new survival game that technically isn't a survival game. It's more of a crafter builder, but it has some sort of survival elements, and you're kind of alone on Mars. You're trying to like populate it and survive and all that good stuff. So I don't know much about the game overall, but we are jumping in from a first impression, see if the game's any good, see if it's worth your hard-earned money or not. And it has released at mixed reviews. Over 1,200 people were basically baffled by this one, whether they liked it or not. So it'd be interesting to go through some of those at the end of the live, and I'll give you my thoughts and feelings. We'll score the game as it is on release and got a price tag, and the game just released this week, so go check it out over on Steam. Okay, description goes a little something like this. Survive and colonize Mars in a highly technical open world sandbox game. I don't like sandbox games. I'm going to go out there and say 9 times out, and technically Skyrim is a sandbox game, which is great. But I feel like that's a cop-out that a lot of the devs are doing, where they just sort of have an empty game. You haven't put the work in and you're just calling it a sandbox. To me, that's a little bit of a cop-out and they're exploiting it. I don't think the sandbox sort of means what it used to mean. So just be wary when they say sandbox game. Build and upgrade your base, discover new regions, conduct mining operations. It all sounds good so far. Retrieve water, generate oxygen, grow croppage, and fix your broken parts. Now, it doesn't say what broken parts they are, but we need to fix them. So I assume we crash landed. Now, it's by Pyramid Games, and somehow they've got a pyramid icon in their developer logo there, which is cool, I guess. It's by Playway SA. Now, Playway SA, if I click on those, which probably you'll know some of these games. So they're responsible for like House Flipper, Contraband Police, which we still are yet to play, World War II Rebuilder. We've got the famous Car Mechanic Simulator series, Crime Simulator, which I really liked. I liked Crime Simulator. It was a good game, under $10. What else did we have? Simrail, U-Boat, Gold Mining. You know, those sort of like job games. They're responsible for a lot of those. They publish a lot of those, but they don't necessarily develop those games. So this is by Pyramid Games, and they have decided to publish it. So it's a $25 game on release. If it's as bad as people say it is, then damn. I mean, it's a $15 game in sale, right? Single player, online co-op, bring your friends along if you fancy it. Cross-play multiplayer, captions available. I don't know what the hell that means. Steam cloud saving, family sharing, Xbox controller support, and no Linux or DEC support. This is mental. Like, shows already bad building skills. AMD 5, 2600X, 16 gigabyte RAM, pretty basic stuff, 1070. I mean, a 1070, what are they thinking? This is the recommended settings at 1070. And that's why the game looks like this. But that being said, let's just jump in and see if it's actually any good. We're going to jump in. We're not going to meme on it too hard. We're going to try and take it serious and see if it's interesting, see if it's fun, see if it's got anything good going for it, and really just delve into the tutorial. And I don't want to spoil the game, but I do want to sort of look at the first impressions, give you my first thoughts and feelings about it, and just, you know, make your own decision. You can go check it out for yourself, follow it, wishlist it, all that good stuff. But, you know, I'm pretty honest. I'm going to give you my thoughts and feelings. So let's just jump in. Right. Okay. So we've got gender, of course, male and female. Let's have a look at the female. I mean, I can't really depict what's wrong with this, but there is definitely something wrong with this. Whoa. There is something a lot wrong with this. What is going on here? I've never met anybody that looks like this. Man bun in Mars. He's a space astronaut. I mean, she's passable. Like, you could say, okay, maybe she's AI. Do you know what I mean? She looks like a mechanical woman. She doesn't look real. But this guy, man bun in space. I would not put him as an astronaut at all. He doesn't look. It's basically me with a man bun, and I wouldn't give me the controls to a rocket any day of the week. But apparently, we can age him, which it doesn't really make him look better. It just makes him look like he looks like a shriveled prune. I'm going with that. His physique, though muscly or thin. Whoa, okay, bigger old man bun wearing, never grew up, still drives a GTI Nova. Let's go with him. His face can be changed. Oh my days, it gets worse. This one was the best, look at that. Eye colour. We might as well just go ham with the character creation tools. A lot of them don't actually make much difference. A lot of them just end up looking brown. So I guess we can go with like really, really fluorescent blue eyes like that. Do yellow. Okay, let's do yellow. He's got like some sort of illness. His hairstyle can be changed, which is a start. So we can get rid of man bun and we can go bald in. What's this one then? Oh, just Shaggy. We've got Nutty Professor, Chia Pet, a woman, or Bold. I'm going Bold. There you go. He's overweight, bulked. Now he looks like a spaceman colonist who would go to Mars. Let's just check his beard game. He's got to have some beard game going on. He's been there a long time. Let's go with this one. I mean, how's he going to talk through that top lip? Face suit. Oh, here we go. We've got a first bit of slowdown. Different types. Oh, that's not a spacesuit. That's a badge. Yeah, in the customizable spacesuit, you can go for 3 colours. ROG. The ROG Ally sponsored this game. I mean, I'm going to have to rep it if that's what they're doing. I mean, I'm going to have to represent for the ROG crew. Not a bad handheld, to be fair. But why they would put their name into something like this, I do. Even got the logo on the back. Okay. Whatever floats your boat. So then we've got these Illuminati badges here. We'll keep that one. There you go. We're in. Start game. Options. I think we've got the highest graphic fidelity. Let's have a look. 1080p. It's running at 60. I feel like we can go to 90. VSync. I think VSync's fine as it is. Every second VBank. What does that mean? Don't know what the difference is. Yeah, we've got it set to fantastic. We've got fantastic on everything. It seems to be doing some weird popping thing. So maybe bring down some like weather and what else can we mess with? Particles. I don't think there's going to be many particles anyway. The rain detail was like not on tessellation, which is weird. There you go. Tessellation. Dun, dun, dun. Always. Where's view distance? There's no view distance. Normally if you turn down view distance it will compensate, but I think we're fine. Shadows hard and soft, that's about right. Resolution is high. Ah, here we go, shadow distance. So you only want that long. That makes it look a bit more like Mars now. And post-processing we only want to medium. Oh, actually we'll keep that high because that is sharpness. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's better. That looks like Mars, right? Now we're talking. But the actual fantastic settings are not that fantastic. You have to mess with it a bit. Interface, blah. You can't make it any bigger or smaller, so I'm not interested in anything else. Let's jump in, start game. So we've got campaign, we've got the sandbox, or we've got online co-op. Story modes. Alpha base or chapter 1. What's the difference? Start from the beginning and learn the mechanics to meet the crew and witness events change everything. Or skip the introduction and jump straight in. Now I've been warned that the introduction is actually really bad, but without any knowledge of the game, you have to kind of go through the introduction. So let's just see how bad it is. Do you want to start a new game from the beginning? I do. So far, so good. Other than some very weird choices in character creation tools, and you're going to have a mask on, I would imagine, right? You can have your spacesuit on, so it doesn't really matter, you know. I think it could be okay. Instantly eats words, but we'll see. Oh, do not click the screen while it's loading. It doesn't like that. Okay, so if you want it loud to let me know, but it's quite a quiet game at the moment. Music's good so far. Got some guitar riffs coming in. Just have myself a little drink while we sit back and relax. I don't know what sort of intro it's going to have.
Mars. For centuries, the planet remained a mystery. After hundreds of years and multiple colonization attempts, this small manned mission might finally achieve the impossible, making the Red Planet a place for us to live, making humanity a multi-planet species, and opening another chapter in the history of civilization.
Pop another light on, I think. Bright light. It's a bit better, isn't it? Shake me out a bit. Hey, Phil's in his out. What up, Phil? How we doing, my friend? You just coming in as we're kicking off in space. We're heading to Mars. You got to get your ass to Mars. EDS all day. That's it, baby. That's it. We're heading down. Look. I mean, this is all looking lovely right now. I don't know what the point in the survival element was. Like, everyone's happy. It's all good. Unless this explodes in a minute. Who winks? You just wanted me to look a spaz with the face, didn't you? You knew I was going to bite. You knew I was going to bite. Here we go. So far, so good. I've been pre-warned about this one, Phil. I've been pre-warned. It's not the solidest of games.
Confirmed. Welcome to Mars. A12 suit systems online.
Yes,
Monitoring
we're online.
vitals and mission objectives initialized.
Okay, so we are in game. We're waiting. I think that's popping. I don't know if that chair should be modelled like that. Let's give it a minute. See if the popping happens. That looks very low poly, very low res. A lot of minutes. Okay, maybe not. Again, we're on Fanny Fantastic settings. But it seems like there is a lot of popping to happen yet. I'm not sure about this view. You know, this whole... I know I'm in a spacesuit, so I'll let it go. But I'm not liking the way it goes over the text in the top corner. And I can't read that text because of that. It's very small on my screen. I've got 19-inch monitors, maybe 20 at a push. And that text is looking way too small for me to see. So flashlight is on 4, I think. I can't read that shit. Like, there's got to be a better way to do your user interface. Hang on. Interface. Let's have a look what they've got in here. Cursor is red. Well, my cursor's white, so I don't know what they're talking about. Cursor TPP, messages, color, bar. There's no size, is there? That's it. That's all the settings. Oh yeah, look, turn off the border. Yes, my man. Okay, so I'm happy with that. And you can even turn off your HUD. Okay, that's a good choice. That's not bad. I had a problem. They solved it. I'm going to save the game here just in case we get crashed. We might have actually crashed it by saving. I'm going to give it a minute. It's got long loading and I don't know why. It's running off of an SSD right now. Okay, game save successful. Very floaty. You do feel like a spaceman. Okay, floor 6. We've got Man Bun. We've got Man Bun. Let's go talk to Man Bun. What's up, Man Bun? Damn, you give me daggers, bro. I thought that was a woman. Why are you sitting like this, bro? I bet he sits down when he pees too. Oh, geez. Okay, I hope you get cleared to leave the surface training is over. Are these going to be like pointless little NPCs? He looks like Asmongold with hair. No offense to Asmongold, of course. Right, let's move up and around. I'm not the hairiest of chaps myself. Okay, we've got another one. Is that just, they didn't just generically cover? No, see, that's the woman's pose. Oddly view? What? I mean, it's no Fallout, is it? Let's be fair. The writing skills in this so far Only one more training to go and we're finally free. I feel like a sardine in a tin in here. Oh, yes, Jeffrey. Sardines in tin, just. Wanker. If you're done with the final training, I can't serve you. What? If you're done with the final training, I can't serve you? Well, what fucking good are you then? Get away from there. Go sit down and do something with your life. Standing there telling people they can't have any food. Okay, floor 4. Nothing. Floor 3. Undo. What in the world is that? What are you doing? I'm not sure what he is. I don't even know if he's not a Martian. I'm ready. I'm a tiger. With them fucking eyebrows. I think so. I feel sick. I'm about to be on the surface of Mars. Right. Evil Max. What up, Evil Max? Yeah, you're not wrong. It's a slow-paced game. Don't get me wrong. I'll do my best. We just went from a thick and fast third-person shooter into, you know, nothing in space at the moment. Let's move on. Oh, hello. Right, son. I was just about to go looking for the return. What? For you to return a book. I've got to bring a book back. What are they talking? These are the most boring. I mean, they're in Mars, right? So they've got to have some sort. Oh, there you go. There's a book. Is that what he wants? I've got a book. Here you go, mate. You were right. The author makes it easy to understand. Really? I had to pick a book up from the shelf and give it to him. What nonsense is this? Believe and achieve, boys. Believe and achieve. This is Mars colonization, apparently. Someone's waving their ass at me. Thank you, Adri49. Have we just been raided? Have you just come in for a laugh? What's going on? Kapow. That's it. Indeed. We're getting now. Okay, this guy's got a suit on. He's looking serious. So this is it. Heading down the surface. Lucky dog tag. What in the world are they talking? Yes, I managed to complete the required training. I'm going to say yes. If you... Let me check and see if you met all of the requirements. Well, I skipped the training, so he's probably going to find out I'm a lime bar right now. Okay, good. So now we can do prepare to embark or disbark. Where's me? What does it want me to do then? I've got a suit on. Don't forget to collect your radio. From where? Don't forget to level 5. Okay, hang on. I've got to read more. Like 5. Here we go. So I hear this game isn't that interesting, right? So if you guys have ever played it or you know any knowledge about it, you can help me out because it's not the most intuitive game going.
New message.
Got myself a new message. Tab or F1. Ooh, we got Pip-Boy. We got a dodgy Pip-Boy. This looks like a Tesco's Pip-Boy. Touchdown confirmed. Welcome to Mars. Recommended. Protocol requires you to collect all essential personnel. Oh, personal, sorry. Personal items, not personnel items. Personal items, that'd be my dyslexia, sorry. From the habitation decks before leaving. Okay, so we need to collect a spare battery. So it's fetch quest is what it is. We're doing fetch quests as soon as we start the game, which ain't bad. Level 4, let's go. This mouse is way too sensitive too. Let me see if I can just quickly sort that out for you guys. Otherwise you'll get a bit of motion sickness. Yeah, bring that down as well. Crane sensitive. Why is the crane so sensitive? Look how far this goes up. Bosh, there we go. Eat it. Right, okay, next one. What's useful is the only doors open are the ones I need to collect something from. I've got myself a battery. Now it says report to the supervisor at level 0. So far, so good. There was a tutorial before this, and this already feels like a tutorial, so I don't know why they wouldn't just start you off here. And again, for ultra settings, these textures are not popping in at all. Illuminati, never that, bruh. Well, unless they want me. I'll sell my soul for $1. Here we go.
To the training area.
Ooh, the crap-looking door opened. Ooh. Okay, something really bad is happening here. What is going on with these textures? Now, for those who are curious, I've got 32GB RAM in my system. I have a 4070 Ti with 12 gigs on it. I have a 5900X AMD processor with 8 cores, 16 threads. I'm looking at Minecraft. So, definitely not optimized on the 1.0. Bloop, bloop. And I don't even think it's Unreal 5. I'm not really sure what engine this is built in because it didn't say at the beginning. Normally they boast about it when they have Unreal 5. Here we're going down, are we? Speak with the geology
Message
instructor.
From command. Welcome to Alpha Base. The surface temperature is minus 27 degrees Celsius.
Ooh.
A drop to minus 50 degrees Celsius is expected at night. Our base features ideal living conditions. Double airlocks maintain proper pressure and prevent dangerous decompression, while electrical heating systems ensure a comfortable 21 degrees Celsius, optimal for both work and rest. We encourage you to participate in the surface operations training conducted by qualified personnel at the North Entrance airlock.
I will say that at this point, although the graphics, it feels like Doom 4. No, it feels like Doom 3. And Doom 3 was an awesome looking game, but it is like going that far back. I feel like the visuals at the minute, I don't know what's happening with them. I think they should pre-catch their textures or something before the game starts, because it's just not loading textures at all. And we're on Fantastic. Let me just show you. We go to video, scroll down, and then find texture. There we go, texture quality. Oh, hang on a minute. Half resolution. Why has it done that? An eighth. Okay, that might be my fault because I never noticed, but it was set to all settings Fantastic, but it hasn't actually implemented Fantastic. So now I'm going to save my game again, which could crash because it goes very awful when you first create that. Yep, there you go. So you've got to leave it. Don't touch it. You will break it. We need textures like this. I know. We'll see what happens once this bumps. There you go. Long loading time. Right, let's go back and look at those doors. Okay, now we're playing with fire. There you go. So let's go back. Can we go back up and look at Mars? Or should we just go out? Let's go out. Okay, that's a lot better. Still, it has some pop in. I can still see some artifacts, but it's not awful. Let's roll. Tell you what it has done up to this point, which I was going to mention earlier, is it does feel like Mars. Like, I'm not going to lie. The spacesuit does feel weighty, and you do move in a way that feels like we are where we're at. That's the only thing I've got so far that I can say positive. But I'm trying to stay positive on this one. As you surely know, the spectral detector makes it easy to search the underground ice deposits, which... Why is this not voice acted? Why in 2026 do we not have voice acting? What are they thinking? This becomes old very quick. Level 2... And I didn't even do the tutorial, by the way. I skipped it on purpose. Level 2 allows you to check minerals and hidden rocks. Level 3 as additional... I mean, if you've got all of this information here, I don't actually feel like I need a tutorial. This is pretty good. Everything's, you know, if you look hard enough, it's there. Now we've got to speak to 4 people who don't talk. We have to listen to 4 dialogues of text. Come on, bros. I like the fact everything can be done with the left mouse. That's nice. Do you really want me to read all this out? Like, are you guys even interested in me reading this? Hey, my name is Cerber. Cerber. Called him Jeff, for fuck's sake. I mean, Cerber. These are people I would not want to colonize with. But something about battery and hood and install the battery. I mean, come on now. Basically, anything you pick up is probably going to be like a blueprint of it, where you're going to put it. Like, unless they've done that system, I mean, that's what they all tend to do. And these games are all published by the same company, so I would imagine they all follow those rules. When you pick a battery up, it's going to have a blue icon of a battery where it goes. Okay, so we've done him. Now there's 2 more. Ooh, hello. Okay, we fixed the quad bike, I think. Small circuit board times 2. Right. Remember, drive like your life depends on it. We drive this thing. Sharp. Needs charging, doesn't it? Where's the socket? Oh no, we got Elon Musk space vehicles, that. We drive these things, that would be wicked. Use. Holy shit, what is going on here? So we've got water hose, we've got cables. Which one's mine? Is this my inventory? And then this is the container that we're in. So it doesn't actually have anything in it, I think. Damn. No way. I'm quickly changing my opinion, boys. Okay, so how do we get this thing fired up? How do I go? I feel like a kid. Brum brum, I'm in my mum's car. How do we move? Lights? Okay, it doesn't look like I can interact with the screen right now. 0 storage space. Oh, that's a shame. I don't think we can actually... Oh, escape does that. How do we get out? Okay, the rest of the stream is going to be hosted from inside the car because there is no way to get out the car. What? You just right click. That's some jank right there. Why is it looking at his feet? Remember to drive like your life depends on it. Maybe we're supposed to drive this then.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid you can't do that.
Yeah, I can't click.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid you can't do that.
Right. Use.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid you can't do
Oh,
that.
this is fucking annoying. Okay, I think I'm supposed to fix the circuit board, but it hasn't gone to the next talk quest. So why... Ooh, hang on, I've got a massive battery. Where does this go? Oh, it's gone again. Remember, drive like it depends on it. That's all he says, and then it doesn't clear his job. Yeah, I should have probably done the tutorial because I don't know if it is my fault, is it? What's this now? Jackhammer.
Item.
Yes, let me jackhammer some things. Have a look. What are we missing?
New item.
Plenty of new items. Oh, don't cut that. I do like the fact that everything I'm picking up I can interact with. Look, I've got drone controls. Hell yeah. Oh, this man sucks. It keeps telling me to go to him. Who the fuck designed this tutorial? Right, so I think I'm supposed to put the battery into the storage, right? I've done it again. My natural response is to press escape. Oh, okay. We take that battery out. Inventory. Vehicle battery. This one's in good condition. How do we use it? So my character has beats per minute. He also has hydration levels, so we're going to have to replenish water. We do have a H2O bottle. And also radiation is going to be a problem. But more so, the game is not intuitive at all. Like if I take this battery and put it there, and then I'll not put it in there. That's weird. Maybe it's on the number. There we go. Trying to figure this out, boys. Put that in now. Okay, so the battery actually works. So why isn't the car going? Does it need charge? Open socket. Cables. There you go. Connected. Now where do I get power from this? Boom. I've got Elon Musk on charge, boys. Success. I've done something. I don't think we're actually supposed to charge that thing though. I think we're supposed to charge the little guy over here, but it says it needs a new computer board, which I don't know we have. Yeah, circuit board needs repairing. That's about half damage. How do we fix that? Let's put that there. And we'll... Oh, I wish the buttons were simple. There you go. Let's try and charge it. Open your mind. That's it. There we go. I need to learn quicker because I've got 5 kids to feed. Right, so it's on charge. Now it says ATB battery 100%. So it's not the fact that the battery is knackered. Just pop that in there. Oh, there's another set of cables on the floor. I must have dropped them. Oh, if you press the right button, it drops your shit. This is so weird. Yeah, just put it away, bro. Stop wanging your cables around. Okay, circuit board damage. So we definitely have to fix this fucker. See if we are able to do this. Can I give it to him maybe? Is that how this game works? Anyone knows the shortcuts to this, please let me know. It's actually quite intriguing, but it's too like cumbersome, is that the word? Like almost annoying. Now where's it gone? Right, like you can just drop stuff on the floor. That's really annoying. You shouldn't be able to do that. Remember drive. Oh, he just keeps saying the same shit. Maybe I should go like... Whoa, okay. You can stand on the pole there. Weird. But what I might do then is actually take this computer chip and try and put it into this. They can't both be broke, can they? Where's my chips? There you go. No, they're different types of chips. I'm assuming that's what that is. 7, 8, no. Oh, my days. You blab, Quaig. You blabbed about Mars. Dude, classic. Speak to the mechanic instructor. Okay, let's find him. What's this all about? Airlock is locked. Okay, can we go any further then? That's blocked. The arrow keeps telling me to go to this man. I think this game's bugged. If I'm missing the point, because I have everything that I can pick up, and this guy still just says the same shit. What is the point in this? Maybe just pick that up. If that is as simple as that, I'm going to be mad. There you go. So we pick up the new one, put the new one in now. Jump on this bad boy. Ooh, okay, I've fixed it. The bonnet's still up, but I don't think that matters. Oh shit, we're off. Hey, nice. Can we actually go anywhere? Whoa, this has got some skid move. Watch this. Feels nice. I've never, as shameful as I'm going to say, been on anything electric. I've never ridden an electric bike. I've never ridden an electric car. They're just not that common at the moment. He just says the same. I just did everything he wanted me to do. I put a new chip in there. Closed the bonnet. And yet it still tells me to talk to him. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get what he wants. And there doesn't seem to be a ramp to get out of here either. Your mission is to find the chick with the 3 knockers. Door knockers, yeah. I already got my ass to Mars, so I'm halfway there. Let's reverse. I mean, there's no... I don't think there's no point in being honest, because I can't actually go anywhere. I've slowed down my mouse as well, and look how sensitive it is. It looks cool though. Oh, I'm so like torn with this one. Just in the first impression, some of the sounds are off. It feels a little bit unfinished. The interface just, I mean, it needs a resizer because I can't read that text up in the top right there. And it's not because I'm blind. It's because my screen's a normal, general, public type of screen. It's a 19 or 20 inch screen, right? Most people have 21s at 4K. I don't know why the text is so cramped and small. And it's not really... It's interesting enough to play it, but it's not holding your hand enough to get you going. And the tutorial is a broken mess. So I hear. So I'm going to have to like revisit this one long term. And do I really want to when there's about a ton of these games out there? Like I've played 5 or 6 of these games already in, I think, last year and one this year, and they were already quicker, smarter and faster than this actual game. So I'm curious what this game's going to have to offer. I mean, maybe it's just really going for that real simulator. Do you know what I mean? It does, I mean, it worries me because the character creation tools was so jank and everything else was just off. Like everything feels off about it. That even if there's a deep and involved game under the surface, I don't know that I would put the time in to see it. I think on first impressions, I already feel like it's not doing enough to captivate me. There's something here. I can kind of get the feels of it. Like this, for instance. You're walking along, lights come on automatically, you look out the window. It actually looks like glass. You're looking out, it's kind of cool. You know, it does feel like they tried. Or are trying. Mars awaits. No, it don't, because I can't go anywhere, bro. I think what I'm going to do is restart. I'm going to save where I am at. I'm going to restart in the sandbox and see if it makes any difference. Because the sandbox will give us full access, hopefully, to everything that's available from the get-go, instead of going and unlocking different bits and bobs. I will play through this via that route, because obviously I need to learn the game, but being that we're under time constraint, I feel like to give it its just, I need to really just delve in quickly. So back to menu. No crashes though, did we? I mean, it looks quite nice. Visually, I think it's okay. It kind of does enough. I don't think it's the worst looking space game we've played by any means. I think it's tried to avoid the trope of just going and gathering resources, bringing them back and creating stuff from those resources. I think it's trying to avoid that and actually go for, you know, life on Mars. I don't think they have the talent. I'm going to go out there and say that. I'm not sure that the devs have either had enough time or they have the skills to implement such a thing. I would have kept it small scale and maybe, you know, thicker and faster gameplay, expand it over time. At the minute, it seems like you have a massive playground and not much to do in it. But I might be wrong. We're going to go sandbox and we're going to go tourist level. And we're going to go 1 hour. Oh, weather duration. We'll go for 4 hours. Which could go, all, you know, good or bad. Because obviously if it's raining or I don't know what sort of weather we have on Mars. Dust. A lot of dust. Does Mars even have a weather system? Because they don't have an ecosystem, does it? I thought the reason we don't live on Mars is because there's no ecosystem. I don't know what weather it could possibly have. Unless we put a dome up. And that's the story. I don't know. Boy meets world. Boy meets Mars. Generating craters and canyons. Okay. So far we're using 58% of CPU and 22% of GPU. Obviously we're not producing anything yet, but I'll tell you the difference once we get going. That's very little resources. So again, we're using CPU's dropped to 21 and GPU has gone up to 70. I think it's pretty stable. I mean, I heard bad things about it, but for me, it's running pretty sweet. Okay, so completely different start. Fucking crashing. At this point, I'd be questioning my life choices as a spaceman. I probably should have been, you know, picking an easier job. Doing the wave. Okay, here we go. That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. You know what? So far, I'm not disliking the game. I just think they have half-assed the story. And the fact that nobody's got voice acting just means they could probably be cut. I don't really want to see some weird, odd-looking human players. Like, just get rid of them. You know, just have me alone in space and then teach me how to survive via the AI. I mean, what's wrong with that model? This is actually great. I like this. This is nice looking. Feels like Mars.
Launch escape procedure completed.
She's got a nice
Touchdown
voice.
Confirmed. Warning, capsule operates on reserve battery. Current objective, execute ERA standard survival procedure.
What in the world? Okay, so we've got a bunch of stuff here. See, this is cool shit now. This is a bit of me. So we've got crafting. We've got tools that we can use out the gate and they go back in their own slot. That's making my ADD feel real nice. We've got a fire extinguisher. We've got some hoses. We've got some pipes. We've got a driller. We've got a, what's that, a grinder. Damn. Oh, hello. Press H to learn more about the basic. Oxygen, okay. So we've got an oxygen level on the back of our backpack. We've got water levels. Oh, cool. You have to hunt for water. And then put a water station. And then siphon the water. Okay, that makes sense. Food. Some basic rations in the cupboards. We haven't even built a tunnel yet, and it's already going into detail about that. Building basics, controls. Cool. That's a really nice tutorial. So we've got med kits. That And we've got these cupboards we can open. Electric motor for some reason. I think it's gone for realism over everything else, and in that regard I think it wins. But would you really want to, you know what I mean, colonize Mars in a video game? To me that's just not fun. You know, building a base on Mars and having creatures attack you, that's fun. But this one's doing it the opposite, because there is a bunch of these games out here and we have seen them already. So like, I can understand why you would probably want to avoid the arcadey gameplay. Shit, here we go. Look, that's, yeah, that I do get the sense that we're alone. It's actually really nice looking. The frame rate's taking a dip, but yeah, we can run, we can crouch, we can interact, we can turn on a flashlight. Okay, cool. And yeah, everything's where it should be. V is the camera angles. Now we can see our little blokey, our beer gut traveller. There you go, he's off. Beige man. Ooh, it's got a nice little jump. Okay, that's jank. He's got the jankiest jump. And he gets tired. Rose. Not bad. I'm not going to lie. Visually and the atmosphere is there. It's just the storytelling, the lack of voice acting, overall lack of hand holding, and the fact they've tried to do too much. I think if they would simplified their crafting and interactions, but again, it's not a game for 5 minutes, it's a game for weeks, which again, I can only surmise that they want you to really take your time with this one, you know, delve in, play it peacefully. I don't dislike it. Okay, look, they're going for the rubber strips. There's no way they work. They do work. Okay. Keep the sand out, innit? Okay. Nice. You know what? I would rather navigate through this as an exploration game than I would a actual colonization game. Everything they've got going here is awesome, but I'd like to just do it as like we land, we go out and sort of gather items and stuff, bring them back to our base, work on them, and it's probably got that element, but like it's doing it where you've got to colonize it. I'd rather be like a visitor that's sort of, you know, fighting off bad guys and gathering loot, and again, that exists already, and this exists already technically, but the way they've gone down the path, I think they're trying to corner a bit of the space exploration that doesn't exist yet. I don't think this game exists yet, which there is games like it, and there is games that do similar stuff, but it's not this. And I think that's what they're doing. I think they're doing something that is supposed to be complicated. It's supposed to be convoluted. It's for those anal gamers that really want to sink their teeth into something niche, you know? So I think that's what it is. And I think I can only commend them for trying. Whether I like it or not is beside the point. I think visually and everything else, I'm behind it. It just is fucking boring. Anal. I knew you guys are going to pick up on that. Yeah, for me, it's just boring. It's very slow. And I never really liked those sorts of games overall that they publish. Like, I like the Thief Simulator because it's fun. It's got funny moments. We can do dumb shit. That's my sort of niche. Whereas seriousness and actual, like, you know, when that publisher decides to publish a game that has such emphasis on realism, you kind of lose me as a fun, you know, play anything at any time type of guy. You lose me when it comes to, well, now I've got to sink like 30 hours into this to really learn it. To me, that's not what my channel's about. It's not what I do. So it's lost me. But I can see where the player base is. I can see who this would appeal to. And I've even got a couple of mates that I'm thinking of right now that would be interested in this. I just feel like from my perspective, it's something I wouldn't personally invest the time in because there's not enough happening that I like. It's not what I go for in a video game, but I can see why they would exist and, you know, all of that. So I kind of get the purpose of it, and there's probably people out here that have just watched this little short and sort of, you know, said, yeah, I want to play that and I want to investigate it, because it is a good looking game. Once we sorted out the popping issue, it's a great looking game, and it has, I think the biggest selling point for me is the atmosphere. The fact I feel like I'm on fucking Mars right now. I look like I'm on Mars right now. And I think that's where its skills lie, is painting the picture of Mars. Ooh, I found something. Oxygen. Yes. That was just laying around, so we've got a little bonus there. So you have to press E twice to put it away, or right click, which is get off a vehicle, to dash it on the floor again. There you go, got some water. You can dash it down, or you can press E twice and it'll go into your inventory. Inventory. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I mean, it's not a game I'm about to delve into because I wouldn't know enough about these sorts of games. But what I will say is we play a hell of a lot of crafting games, a hell of a lot of builder games, and we have a blast doing that. And I can take that experience and apply it to this, but I don't know if I would do the game justice. So for me, the fact it came out to mixed results is probably people not having systems that can run it, and probably also a shaky before 1.0 release, possibly. Again, let me know what your thoughts and feelings are. If you've got the game, if you've refunded the game, if you've, you know, experienced it, all of that good stuff, because I don't know enough about this game to really speak educated on it. I wouldn't even rate this game. What I will say is, from what I've played, it has potential, but it's not my type of game. I think that's where I'm at with this one. I might play it more. I might do another video if you guys want to see that. Like this video, I go by likes, and then maybe we'll do more. But for me, it just doesn't have enough action. This is the sort of game that you start on a Monday and you live stream for the entire week, and by Friday you know some shit, but you don't actually gain very much ground between Monday and Friday. And for me, that just doesn't work with our type of content creation. So for me, again, I'm just going to have to go by personal feelings about the game. It's mixed, like everybody else. It's going to have to be a 2.5 out of 5 because I just can't grasp what the point in it is. It's just so fucking slow. And maybe I'll play the tutorial somewhere in the next week and give it a go, but it's not for me. It's not for me. So it's not for me, but it might be for you. So that's all I'm going to say on that one. So I want to thank all of you guys for joining me. Thank you for your time. Your time is valuable, and I'm glad you spent it with me. But yeah, this one's not a bust. It's just rust. It's just, you know, it's on the line. It's on the fence. It's one of those I can't really make my mind up about with the amount of gameplay time I had allocated. But I will do better. I will try to play this game and see what I think of it, and then come back and let you know my thoughts. But for now, I'm going to have to leave it as, interesting. That's my final verdict. I'm not really sure about this one, boys. Even in sandbox, it seems nicer. It seems like something I might want to play, but there wasn't enough to get me going. So I'm just like, nah, fuck it. So let's jump into the Steam library and see if we've got a quick half an hour of something else we can knock on. Because that one's finished early, because there's no point in walking around Mars for like an hour trying to pick stuff up and, oh, that's interesting. You know what I mean? It doesn't really do anything for me. So I would imagine that game it's going to need more time. You know, people need to settle in and give that one more time than I have, which I don't. But tomorrow's an interesting one. You definitely want to be around tomorrow, because we have special access to a game that I'm not sure I even wanted to play. It's the Russian and Ukrainian war in a video game. And it's a playtest, and it was offered to me by Steam. So it's being released, and it's called Glory to the Heroes. Don't know if you know this game, and I was kind of like, is it too soon? So I have a lot to say about it tomorrow. I'm going to actually take notes tonight and actually get some sort of bullet points that I want to mention tomorrow, because I feel a bit icky about it, but we're going to play it anyway because it's just a fun game, right? The idea is it's just a war game. We've done the World War IIs, we've done, you know, Call of Duties, we've done Battlefield, so, you know, we've got to play it. But it is a bit on the nose, being that war's not finished yet. But that's not the first game that we've had that was a war that wasn't finished. So I'm kind of weirded out by it at the same time as strangely worried about playing it. We will see. Okay, we've got a cool little 2D game that I think we should fire up and have a go at. Someone say glory. They do. They do say that a lot. Not necessarily me, but people say it. Yeah, I'm going to fire this up for you guys. Let's have a look-see. Properties. Dun, dun, dun. I think it's this one. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Now, I know absolutely nothing about this, so bear with. I know it's making my system lag, considering it's 2D. Is that? No, that is not a Nintendo Advance. Pocket Trap. Okay, we're changing that for legal reasons, because Nintendo are bars at copyright. Fair dues, fair dues. Oh, I need to switch my lighting for my controller. Bear with. Right, sick. I think I have to set this up before we can do the whole spiel. 3D console or pixel count. Is that just the size of the screen we're doing now? That is, isn't it? So that's full screen. 6.7. Okay. What does 3D console mean? Oh, okay. So it makes it look like you're playing through the console. I got you. We don't want that. Right. Okay, I'm going to downgrade the sounds on this one. It's going to be loud. It's running in full screen, so it might play up a little bit. It's about there. Let me know if the game's too loud, of course. You know, 2D games can be a little bit beastly. Right, okay, cool. Yeah, sweet. That looks good, doesn't it? That looks weird. Look at the screensaver. Let me stop the record and do a new one. I'm loving how nice everything's working. I can't wait to get Linux on the new build so that everything just works smooth. Right, is that too loud? No, it's good, right? Right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are checking out PP. Oh my days, how do you even pronounce that? PP Strello, I think that's pronounced. PP Strello, I hope I've pronounced that right. It's a 2D action side-scrolling beat-em-up that has a bunch of new character designs that I've not seen before and involves yo-yo combat tactics. Let's just jump in. Are you ready for the first of Yo-Yo-Vania? Gonna have to start that again because, you know, that was some shit right there. Are you ready for the first of Yo-Yo-Vania? Yo-Yo-Vania, that's interesting, right? So in this 2D top-down adventure, you'll explore sprawling urban landscapes. I thought it was side-scrolling. It's actually top-down, ARPG style. I might be into this. Navigate the city's many districts, fight rival crime bosses, and regain the influence of the PP Strello family. I guess that's like a mob. Are we a mob? Let's take a look at the features. So it's overwhelmingly positive. Over 1,300 people can't be wrong. I mean, they can be, but they're not. Pocket Trap is the developer. Thank you for them guys for sending out the game. I know I've taken a while to get to it, but we're finally getting to it. Single player, Steam achievements, Steam Cloud saving, controller support, and deck support, and Linux support out the gate. Full support, baby. Let's have a look what the system requirements are. Basically, it'll run on a potato. 64-bit system, and you are good to go. That is all you need to know. So we'll close that. Someone say glory. We did. Okay, cool. Right. And the cursed yo-yo. Okay, let's do settings. What have we got here? Audio. For the main volume. Why does it flash when I go back? It's not flashing for you, is it? Only me. There, dudes. Ambience, we can put that down. The cursed yo-yo. That's it. Whatever next. Exclusive full screen. So if we run that in borderless, we should be able to not have the flicker. Frame rate display. Not bothered. 3D screen filter. Ooh. Okay, that's nice. They include a few of those. Most retro games do that nowadays. Double resolution. That's a double resolution? Oh my days. Okay, barely any resolution is the setting. Auto skip cutscenes. No, we don't want that. Difficulty. I think it's just set to 1. Like set to like basic. We can go for extra lives. Restore on retries. Hell yeah. Extra BP. I like my BP. Damn, you can go for like 15 plus. I'm going to fuck the game if I do this, aren't I? We don't want to go too mad on that one. Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. I'll tell you what I'm getting. I'm getting retro vibes. I'm not going to lie. It does feel like a cross between some old Zelda and like Mega Drive days, right? It's got it there. Or Sega Genesis if you're American. People do tend to like me doing these games as well. They do like me doing some retro now and again. We what was it? Fable went down very well. Okay, raise its energy tariff, fair dues. I'm confused at the story here. So the government want to raise their energy tariffs, which is nothing new to us, and we're apparently going to fight back with a mystic possessed yo-yo. Okay, it's going for the Star Fox voiceovers, so I'm not hating on that. Giving me goosebumps, to be fair. Ta-da! Feast your eyes on the precious yo-yo. See the stickers. I love what I've done with the thing. They pimp my yo-yo. Okay, this game could be mad enough to actually warrant a playthrough. Let's have a look. So far, so good. Let me back up your story a little bit. When the Pipistrello, is that a place? I think it's a place. But it can't be a place. Hang on. When you said you were a Pipistrello, so it's a family choice. Yeah, it's like a family name. Okay. Right, okay, so it's like some sort of activist or mob or something along them lines. And just as we find out a little bit, we get to our destination. I'm bigger than the taxi. Why am I so big? Why are my ears like crab fans? So many questions going on here. I hate getting this treatment every time someone learns of my family. Right? As much as I'd like to avoid the situation altogether. I tried to leave and it was like, as much as I want to, I can't. Okay, let's go. Okay, apparently we live in Count Dracula's castle. They did say it was a Castlevania-esque style game. Ooh. Okay, we've got like a Sonic jump. There's our yo-yo. You can hit things. Okay, hang on. I need a pee, but I've got to get comfortable. There we go. Big PP, we're trying it. We're trying it. This looks all right. It's got animations on my character when you stand still. Okay, collectibles. Oh, he thought he'd come in. So the AI is there. Lap. I'm loving the sound effects. It feels really retro. If you guys want it turned up, let me know. Yeah, I fell off the edge. I didn't know you could do that. Jump move. Holy shit. He oofed himself. Can I turn it up? Yeah. It's weird because to me it's loud, but then to you guys I understand it's on a different bar. How's that? Right, okay, so jump move. Chip balls. It looks like the old Gremlins game. Bro, you just hit the nail on the head. Yes, Gremlins 2. The new batch. On NES. NES. That is exactly what it feels like to play. But it is smooth, do you know what I mean? When you play, I've got to go back and play that game. That game used to drive me mad. Because I played it as a kid, right? So I used to get my ass hammered. Oh, you just brought some real nostalgia back. I need to play that. I'll gizmo the shit out of it. Ooh, did you see it? Okay, the game's got a little something. Ooh. I've only got the basic attack from what I can tell. I'm trying to press other buttons, it doesn't do anything yet. Is that a key? I just got myself a key. Where does that go? Oh, to the door. I can hit them with a key. Yeah, okay, this game's definitely got a little something going for it. It comes across like it's going to be another generic, like, oh, whatever. But it actually has had the time put into it to understand what retro gamers like about retro gaming. But watch this, ready? I can get up here. Oh, good. We jump that. No, I don't know how we get over there to get the spoils of war. Don't know how we do that. That's impressive because as you go along, the puzzles are going to get harder. You're going to have to move objects into certain positions to then use that, because that's how I would build the game. And it just feels like it's not going to become a challenge, but it's going to feel nice to have something more to do than just whack everything on the screen. That was nice. This is an unexpected pleasure. Hi. Bundle! Let's walk out the way of those. Get them all on one side, boys. Streets of Rage techniques. You see Streets of Rage, you only get hit on the original Streets of Rage if you allow one on either side of you. That's the only way they can actually do any damage. Okay, them two teamed up for double damage. That was quite impressive. You know what? You are exactly right, Phil. I think you hit the nail on the head, and bully to you. I give you kudos and credit. This is Gremlins, but redone for a modern audience. And that ain't a bad thing, because Gremlins was pretty proud. You can come off any object that's in that shape. Not just these bouncy edges. You can come off of walls. Yeah, that's cool. Oh shit, falling off myself. They even thought, like I thought I'd test it, right? If I throw the key off, it comes back. Because you would get stuck in the game if you threw your key off, or if an enemy like happened to knock it away. That's clever. Good times. Great days. Yeah, wow, okay, this game's really getting me hooked. Aye. Energy Monopoly Express. Madame Pipistrello. Is that my mum then? The fact she's called Madame worries me. Good to see you again, Pee-Pee Squeak. Yeesh, you're still calling me Pipsqueak like I'm 5. Well, you are very small. Cameras have been out of order the whole morning. I've been trying to find the issue to no avail. How much is it going to be this time? I'm called Pipit. Pipit? Pipit. Fucking names. And I'm from a wealthy family who is essentially scaring everybody in the town. The cab driver was awfully worried about my family name. Pipit, quickly, hide behind the desk. Alright, son, give me a minute. Aye, aye. The goons. So he said her name's Pepper, but her name, she's also the madam, and I'm Pipit. Trying to get my you know, A's and B's in line. Hurrah! All these years exploiting your well-behaved, honest customers. You're a heartless creature, absolutely cruel. I don't know what she's been doing. I don't like her though. Your reign of injustice will soon come to a fabulous end. I don't know what these character designs are. They are mad. They're too mad to even like depict. This woman's got like things coming out. I think she's a butterfly. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is behind me. He's thrown a meat grinder down. We shall commence with charging procedure. Okay. Pivot, you must get to the safe. Right. Excellent. The machine's working exactly as they claimed. Mega batteries will get charged in no time. Okay, so they're going to drain her and put her into the mega batteries. For what reason, I do not know. So Auntie's in trouble and we need to get the hell out of here. Ooh, skid move. Toxie, act. Those are Ack. Who's that? Flat. Hello, this must be how we get our mystical yo-yo. Yeah, that's definitely too loud. Goes up and down like a yo-yo, funny enough. I'll give you 36, I ain't giving you 30, that's too loud. It's alright though, the mega batteries seem to have been fully charged. Okay, good stuff. They're happy, I'm happy, just let me go. So these are bosses that we're going to fight, and we're probably going to take the batteries back one at a time to bring his auntie back and rematerialise her. Possibly. I think that could be the plot here. Dashed! Right. Right in my kitchen, what am I going to do? I'm going to fall down a hole. I just realised we're a cat, by the way. I'm not really sure what them big things are. I thought I was a rabbit for 1 minute. Hip hip. Yeah. We had our tongues stuck in the dirt then. Okay. Right, okay, so we can skip that because that is just literally us getting back on our feet. It doesn't look like our yo-yo, although it did get involved in the charging. Wonder if our yo-yo's possibly got some of our auntie in it, which is a weird sentence to say. The gameplay's nice. Like, I really rate this gameplay. I can't wait to play this on like a handheld, you know, or even my desktop PC in bed. It's just one of them games that are really calm. Ooh, we've got a battery. There you go, battery into the socket. Lovely. It makes sense and then it works. I back the developments. Jump, jump. Yeah, the devs have a clue, man. This is awesome. Got to find the battery real quick. Ooh. Plenty of gold. No way, they recharge, but they don't give you items, so that's fair enough. I think they've thought of everything. I'm just going to try something. Okay, the only thing I'm noticing that I don't really like is the fact we can't attack in a diagonal. So I can only attack forward and up. I can't attack in a diagonal, whether I use the D-pad or the thumbstick. So it would have been nice to be able to attack in a full 360, because then you can throw items in any direction as well. So basically you've got to kind of line up in, and I guess that's how Gremlins was. So it's kind of an old school put into a new school on purpose, maybe. It feels jank. It doesn't feel legit. That feels nice though, trying to get loot across water like that. Most things are just one shot right now. That big one coming in, ain't? I never realised how much this was like. You came out of nowhere with that, Phil. I didn't realise how much this is just Gremlins 2. This is what Gremlins 2 could have been. That's the sad thing about it. Thick. This one. Why is it this beast? Okay, we need a dash. That would have felt so much better with a dash instead of a jump. Got money for days though. This is one rich, what is he again? One rich cat. Got some. Okay, got some. Don't move. Crap. Ooh, okay, that's too far to get. How are we going to get this one? Righty, so Pipit, the path seems to be a dead end. We should turn back. Hell no! Came this far. Prepare for some amazing skills. So with right trigger and X, ooh, we now got an attack line. That's cool. That was walking the dog, but if it got detached from when you did you remember walking the dog around the world? Just flinging it like, do you know how many? It's so lucky at school I didn't take anyone's face off with my yo-yos. We all had them and we were all in the playground doing like walk the dog, around the world. What was the other one? You did Cat's Cradle. You know what I mean? Cat's Cradle was the sort of top tier for us boys. We didn't get beyond that too much. Okay, how are we going to get that from there? It looks like we're going to have to bounce it off of here, so maybe this. Sick. So sick. So how do I get the battery? Maybe bounce it off the wall? Hey! Okay, I am in love with this game right now. Oh, hang on. Put that down. Big damage. Let's have a big coin too. Happy days. You know what? I wish the artwork was a little bit less pixelated. It's just a personal preference, but I wish it was more like Breath of Fire 3 and 4. You know, something a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more wow. Okay, I didn't know I could jump with a battery. There you go. F them dudes. I'm out of here, bros. Now we can throw the battery, can we? Okay, that's proper sick. Yeah, I rate this. Grab that battery, fling it over there. And it went in, and it oofed that guy. Battery come back. Okay, let me work this out. So it's that one, into that one. Yep, bring the floor back, and we are out. And let them line up. 2 for the price of 1, baby. I think they're deep sea diving or scuba diving pigs. Great game. That's it. Good game. Good game. You know what it is? It's just nonsensical nonsense, but it's just good, you know? Okay, I've lost my yo-yo. I didn't know this was possible. Comes back over time. That's not actually good when you want to try and get this guy. Black, black, black. It needs like a recoil, doesn't it? It needs a way to get it back. Boomerang that shiz. You can see I killed 2 at once because I used the environment. Yeah, that's going to bring it back straight away, look. I don't even have to worry, I'll knock him in the water. Boom. So good. Ready for this? And it brought it back to me. F my life. This is a hidden gem. Yeah, boys. It makes you feel like a boss because they're well thought out puzzles. Okay, so I can't get it there. I've got to ping it off the room. Holy shit. Bros. Comes a motley crew. Get some, get some. Nice, my yo-yo's just going around the room like a lunatic. Dude, if you plan it right, this game could make you look so good. Oh, make you feel good to get loot too. Oh shit. Okay, red trap door, we can jump on it. We just go on here and we go, wow. Is this boss stage? What is going on here? So this is the safe house, i.e. your, I guess your tent. We do upgrades. The machine which absorbed my body was part of my own research. Wow, okay, so Auntie actually helped develop the machine that sucked her in, which is what our yo-yo got stuck in. So it's kind of her fault. And Auntie is apparently now just this floating bat thing, which I think is her head. So random. Okay, we've got badges we can collect there. Let's have an eyeball. The eye badge apparently can be equipped at the workbench. There you go. Done. Didn't really explain what that does too well, but it does something. Little R2D2 noise now. We're in the South Plaza right now. I'm assuming that is just where we want to save. So if I jump back down there, we can actually save the game, not spoil it for you guys. I feel like I've seen enough to already fall in love with this game. Let's go to the title screen real quick. It saves when you quit as well. So that is reminiscent of TNMT, the arcade game. Let me just kill the music for you real quick. Or for me even. There we go. Right, what do we think of Pipistrello? I think it's one of the most awesome fucking retro love letters we've played in a long time. This game's freaking awesome. It came out of nowhere and they sent it to me about 6 months ago. So the game's actually been out a while, but I haven't had time to get around to it. Even the model of the Nintendo Advance there has scratches and blemishes on the screen. Like, the attention to detail in this game is severely underrated, because I haven't heard anything about this game and I just want to bring it to you guys, and I am pleasantly shocked and surprised at this one. Now we will go ahead and rate it because it is out right now. It's $12, which isn't a lot of money on sale. I guess you can get it even cheaper than that. I'm going to go ahead and give this a 4 out of 5, if not a 4.5 out of 5, because it is that good. It is, like I was interrupted in the chat and told that it's basically Gremlins on the NES, and it is, but it has a load of other sort of love letter retro-esque mechanics in the game, and I think they've modernized it in just the right way. There's enough going on here to be really awesome. If you guys want to see a full playthrough of this, I want to buy it. That's it. If I can get you a copy, I will. It's one of those that just really came out of nowhere and absolutely smashed it. I want to do a playthrough of this. So if you want to see a playthrough of this, hit the like button. You know, more likes, the more likely I am to do it. It's a great game and I can only recommend it highly. The visuals are banging. The sound effects are absolutely retro-tastic. It has great replayability because once you've played it, you probably just want to go ahead and play it again. It's one of those that I just feel like it's underrated. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't seen anything about it. But for me, it's just, for my age group as well, I think it's just a real love letter to get young... Hang on, let me see what I'm saying here. So I think it's great to get teenagers involved in retro. And I think it's great for the old and crusty dogs like myself to go back and relive some of those awesome retro vibes, but with good mechanics. You know, Gremlins 2 was a frustrating game because it had semi-bad mechanics. It was actually very unforgiving. This game's actually really forgiving in the fact that you have 4 or 5 different ways to deal with each scenario, whereas Gremlins, you had like one way and that was it. And if you got it wrong, you got punished. So it's not as punishing as real retro, but it's nicer and funner and more exciting. The story's kind of crazy too. Like, none of it makes sense, but it kind of makes sense because you make it make sense. Like, I mean, why are we running around with our auntie's head that's now a bat? Who knows? It's one of those things that you're just going to have to find out for yourself by going and wishlisting and following the game over on Steam. Now, I'm sure it's available on console by now, and it's probably best played on something like a Nintendo Switch or a PC game in handheld, so i.e. the Steam Deck. So go check it out. It's fully Linux compatible. It's a great game, and I look forward to playing more of it in the future. I want to thank you guys for joining me, and again, a great positive game bringing to you guys for the first time. And I want to thank the devs for sending that game code, and for you guys for watching this far. Your time is valuable, and I want to thank you for spending it with me. Till next time, peace out, look after yourselves and look after your ma. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. There you go, baby. There we are, done for the day. Phil, man, you've been amazing today. You're really, really awesome. Let's kill that real quick. It just stays on the screen, which is nice. Yes, you've been amazing. How the hell you picked out Gremlins from there? You must have the retro mindset. You must just automatically be like, yes, I know exactly what that is. For me, that was really sort of coming into, I mean, it did feel like something like Story of 4. Like, that's a game I want to bring to the channel as well, because Story of 4 in my 90s childhood, I mean, a lot of those games I feel like I want to revisit now. We've started to go certain retro. I'm going to do like Xbox 360, PS3 genres. We're going to be doing the Ninja Gaiden series. I'm going to be doing the mmoshanuz. So a lot of Eastern games, but I'm going to be doing a lot of retro as well. So next year, I plan to do like a lot of going back and actually playing the original games, the ones that beat me as a child. I want, you know, like Gremlins, like Super Mario World. If I can get away with it, I don't know how Nintendo are going to be by then. You can only emulate certain things and there's certain rules. So it's like if I have the actual game on an actual console, I can do it. So you know, we did the mods of the GTA Vice City on the PS2, but like there's still a grey area whether that's, you know what I mean, okay or not. I don't know how it works, but some games you can, some games you can't. So I've got a couple of retro systems that I now am a member of, so I use those. Have you got any suggestions of games that you grew up with or anyone grew up with in the chat of real retro games that you fell in love with but got absolutely destroyed by? You know, Simon's Quest, I think, is one. They sent me one recently. Hang on, let me tell you what this one is. I think it's Dark Castle. One that I never played as a child, but I had it on the, I think it was the Amiga or Spectrum. You know, it's from that era. Let me have a look real quick. So many games and so little time. I don't know if I've actually got it installed. I would imagine I have. Yeah, Return to Dark Castle. I don't know if you know Dark Castle, but I'll fire it up just to show you what it is. Why is that not quitting? Okay, let's put this on for you guys, just so you can watch it in the background so you can sort of see what it is. Just because we're on a fudgy end of live, there you go. This is Dark Castle. Whether you know it or not, I don't know, but it's let's have a look. So it's a classic returns to punish the bold. It's a reimagined retro platformer of precision, peril, and persistence, featuring over 30 levels of the original Dark Castle and beyond Dark Castle with an extra 50 levels included. This game is only $16 and it's the original Dark Castle with the added extras. I don't know if I can get you... Yeah, like I can do this. Once you see it, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. Why is that not just starting now? Pick a colour. So exist markers. Even starting a game is a pain in the arse, look. Fuck's sake. There you go, right? So this is Dark Castle. If you've ever seen it played anywhere, it's usually in memes and stuff that, you know, people just get really mad at. They shout at the screen, they tell the game to go F itself. It's one of those. It's very much everything on this stage is designed to kill you and will kill you. And then if you've never played it, which I haven't, you will just constantly die. It's just one of those. It's like you could go through a door and just fall completely off of a platform, you know, it's one of those. Retro Mondays. Yeah, we could do Retro Monday. I think we started that, didn't we? We could do Retro Mondays. This game's actually quite good looking. It's really good, but it will drive me mad. I know it's one that's going to drive me mad because it's designed to do that. But I don't mind it, you know. It's something that they sent me that I will give a go. Well, I will give it a second look in. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Dark Castle. Keep your eyes peeled. Fester's Quest. Oh man, you're talking like punishing though. You're talking about games that can't be finished. I'm talking about games that were good, but they were just too difficult. So, I mean, what would I think of? You know, like Bubsy, right? Bubsy is a great game. It's kind of entertaining, but the game's just so fucking difficult. So it's like that. I don't want to do a game that's too difficult, if that makes sense. I don't want a game that was built to fail, like the Friday the 13th on the NES, right? Everyone knows it's synonymous for giving, you know, absolutely punishing gameplay. I don't want to go that retro. I don't want to go where the game hates me. I want to play retro where we can actually get through it and actually finish it as an adult that I couldn't do as a kid. I think that would be a good idea. But yeah, Fester's Quest is on the right track. Adam's Family. Adam's Family was one. That was a really good looking game that sort of duped people in with the lovely pixel art, but then the game sucked, right? Look at this mess. Look at what you have to do here. I'm sure if you take the wrong key, a trap door opens. Man's got stones against proper... Look. At least it gives you an idea how to get through it. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I can have a lot of fun with that. Right, on that note, I'm going to leave. I'm going to... we're back tomorrow and we're back Wednesday. Tomorrow we're doing The Longest Dark, which is a survival game set in an icy environment. But we also have that Russian and Ukrainian game to test first. It's a play test. It's only available for a certain amount of time, so we've got to get in and do that one. So that'll be something to talk about, and that's, you have to be early for that one. So I'll be starting about 1:30-ish in my time. So if you can wake up and get into that one, that would be one not worth missing, I would say. That's a good one. And then we're doing The Longest Dark for the rest of the remainder for a couple of hours. And then, because that's the promo. And then on Wednesday, I think we've got, what we got Wednesday? Let me check my phoneage. Wednesday.